Tonight we're kicking off the 2023 season in style. More MMA, more boxing, and K1 rules kickboxing. This is Cage Steel 31, and this is the prelim show. Proudly sponsored by RCD Electrical, the UK's leading electrical contractor. Good evening, and welcome to the Dome. Chris and Dom cage side, Cage Steel 31. Welcome to the pay-per-view. We're coming to you on joymo.tv. Thrilled to have your company, Dom. It's finally here. Talk about the matchmaking, because that's been the highlight.
Okay, so we've taken on the matchmaking this time. I thought it'd be okay. It's really nice. It's been tough, but you know we've had a couple of tough months, but we're here. You know, it's all come together. There's kind of all sorts going on behind the scenes, but you know, we'll swim along, make it look like we know what we're doing.
Was it okay to say Happy New Year? I know you don't do Christmas.
Just because I'm the Grinch.
Well, plenty of great fights coming your way, as we said. Lots of great changes to the card. I think a lot of 50-50s, right? I mean, that's been the key, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. One of the things that we set out to do was follow on what the previous matchmaker did, is have the 50-50 fights, make sure that as we look at it as a promotion team, can we call that fight? If it's tough to call, then that's the fight you want.
Now, looking into the future, I know we've got 3 more shows this year. Where's the promotion going? Give us some of the directions. I know you got some stuff in the pipeline, but you know the key thing I think that really sticks out is international. There's so many nations on this card.
Yeah, loads of people. They kind of put shows like this as like a regional show, and it kind of does a disservice to those shows doing this. And there's quite a few doing this. And there's like 14 different nationalities coming in here, and it's no longer a regional show. This is about bringing the world to Doncaster.
All right. This is the appetizer. The undercard is coming your way. We've got some main courses, though, right? There are some star attractions. We're going to walk you through them, okay? Let's talk about one of the feature fights. It's the return of Cain Morrow. We kind of knew this guy was a little bit of a star in the making, I think, from some previous performances. He got back to winning ways in devastating fashion with a knockout last time. What do you think of Cain?
Listen, he wants to achieve. You know, he wants to get on. He's got a great personality. He's the chef. He is actually a chef in real life. Not in his fighting life, and he, you know, his fans come and wear the white hearts, and he's got an image now. He's building this kind of profile, really good.
Now, Stephon Earle has come in to challenge Cain. What do you expect?
So I know that it's going to be one of those fights where you just think, you know, anything can happen, and the stare down, you know what I mean? It was like intense. They stand there, and it kind of gets your blood flowing. You look at these two guys, you think these two are actually ready to get at each other. So yeah, it's exciting.
The weigh-in needed a calm down moment afterwards, right?
Yeah. Stephon had to go for a walk. You know, he was so fired up. He was like annoyed that Cain had been in his face, staring him down. So he was like, yeah, he went for a walk around the dome and kind of chilled out. So he's chilled now. I've just seen him again. So no doubt he'll hype back up before the fight.
All right, another one to watch out for is Will Bean. Expectations for this guy, I think, are very high.
Yeah.
Another change of opponent in Jody Fullwood. We'll get to that, but Will Bean, what's the inside angle here?
So Will's obviously, you know, he's at a good gym. He's training Carlson Gracie Hull. He's got some great coaches there. And again, you know, like Cain, he obviously wants to go and achieve, and he's kind of changed, like, give up lots of his life to be able to train the things that he's doing. And, you know, he's a tough kid. His last fight on our show, he had a massive golf ball on his eye. I think he went to hospital and he stayed. I think they said it's like 5 hours wait, so he left and suffered with the eye for a few months.
Now, talking about Jody Fullwood, excuse me, he's come in. He's legit brown belt in jiu-jitsu. He's a coach, comes from a great team.
Yep.
The guy's here to win, right? It's another close fight. No one's been brought in to lose.
No, exactly. You know, he's stepped back up, and he's back in the arena, and he's been on it all day. You know, you can sense fighters that are actually they're kind of wired ready for it, and he's been on that all day. Like, he's had no come down. I haven't even seen him yet. He's kind of hyped up, so yeah, it's good.
Another shuffle to speak about is the main event, the main attraction, the only title fight on tap tonight. 2 words: Scott Mchugh. Tell me about this guy. I was actually speaking to one of his training partners who's come up with him to corner for this fight. They said there was no hesitation in taking the matchup. Tell me why, Dom.
Mate, we interviewed him on Monday, and even he said, why am I taking this fight? so it's one of those that the kid just loves to fight, you know, and he's a legit bare knuckle champion. It's going to make this a super fight, like old school UFC super fight. You know, the bare knuckle boxer versus the Dagestani. I don't think he'll wrestle. I think, you know, Umakhans live, you know, China and England and stuff. So we'll see what happens.
Now, I think Scott actually, you know, people look at his career, they would have seen the BKB bouts. That's probably done the most YouTube traffic.
Yeah.
The guy can kick, though, right? He's got more than a puncher's chance. He's got a kicking chance here, too.
He trains in a Thai gym, a really good Thai gym in Leeds. And if you watch like his kind of VT, so his B-roll stuff, his elbows are really good. So like coming into pro MMA, you know, these BKB guys, they love to get punched in the face with bone on bone. So this elbow stuff, you know, this might suit him. He might go away from this legit, like take pro up as a you know, a career move.
Now, 12 months of anticipation for the return of Umakhan Ibragimov. The guy's only stumble was a guillotine loss.
Yeah.
He's a cage steel household star, really, if there ever was one.
Yep.
There's a lot of potential, but it's still a dangerous fight. How do you expect this one to go for Umakhan?
Yeah, so again, people will look at Umakhan and say, oh, you know, he's Dagestani, he's going to wrestle, he's going to be like Habib and all this. But the guy he's lived in China, he's lived in England, he's taken loads and loads of kickboxing fights while he was in China. It's ridiculous how many fights that he doesn't even know. So coming into this, you know, everyone's going to be thinking, oh, he's going to take the bare knuckle boxer down. I think he'll want to kickbox. I think he'll want to show his kickboxing off. It's going to be an interesting match as to how he comes out into this.
Now, I know that looking at some of the footage and some of his not only past fight footage, but the training footage, that southpaw kickboxing's legit. You think he stands for at least a little while? Because, again, you see the pictures with Habib on Instagram, right? You think Dagestani wrestling blueprint, but he may look to stand here. Do you expect that?
I think it's one of those that if you're kind of in his corner, you think, you know what, they're going to believe they can beat him standing with the kickboxing experience that he's got. And I think it's going to be one of those that if it doesn't come off straight away, if it doesn't, you know, a minute or so in, and especially if he's getting punched in the face hard by a bare knuckle boxing guy, then I think he might change his tactic and have a plan B and C, and then maybe we're looking at takedowns, and then it depends how Scott can kind of do a Chuck Liddell and avoid it.
Exactly. All right, that's the main event. That's the championship fight. That's the super fight. Chris and Dom with you here. Thank you so much for your company again. Loving it on the pay-per-view, joymo.tv. Make sure you tune in with us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, #CageSteel31. Anything else the fans, Dom?
No, thank you so much for the support, whether that's a like, a share, a comment, or even, you know, buying tickets or buying pay-per-view. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Leif Fallon giving the final words. Tiago Olivera, Ethan Young, both looking for their first win. 73 kilos is the weight. Blue corner for Olivera, red for Ethan Young. Open stance matchup, right lead versus left lead, southpaw orthodox.
Yep, that's just picked up on Ethan there, going straight into his southpaw stance. Trying to both find their range at the moment. That's a decent kick.
Front leg side kick there. Very handy work so far from Olivera. And the traditional styles that we talked about, you know, that Taekwondo background, for example, that stuff does count in MMA.
Absolutely. He's pressing him back onto the cage wall now. Ethan's trying to find his way into the fight. Backing off a little bit. Getting his measurement right. Tiago's nice movement. He's relaxed.
Hand fighting there on the tap there from Olivera.
Ooh. Tried a back kick. He looks in control, the boy from Iceland.
Kicks to the body here from Olivera. 0-3. What a journey it has been for Tiago Olivera. You see this kid training, you see the kind of focus. And it all comes down to this. That right hand also finding a home.
It did. It did. He felt that, did Ethan. Still trying to settle into the fight. Moving back. Ooh. Swing and a miss. The pressure's on. Ooh. Nice high round kick there from Tiago.
Tiago Olivera playing with the timing here, the rhythm. Double time there with the right kick. Attacking the leg. Olivera stepping into the jab. Very nice work so far. And Young just on the back foot. I think so far the confidence in favor of Olivera.
Yeah, Ethan's marked up a little bit in his face. He's took a few shots. Nice spin kick there. Stunned him. He's pouring it on now.
Spin kick. Very, very nice technique there from Olivera. Olivera finding the end of his punches, catches the kick. Right hand comes straight down the middle.
Yep, nice work again. Ethan's still looking to find his way into the fight. Takes another right hand. His footwork is slowing.
Now, when you're looking at this and you've kind of gone out and nothing thrown too hard from Olivera, but most things really landing, I think. Is it just that comfortability that you're looking for here?
Yep, he's settled in well. He's starting to throw out an array of techniques now. You said from a Taekwondo background, nice head kick again from the lead round kick there from Tiago Olivera.
Yeah, it's that kind of understanding very, very quickly, right? Because that's key in a lot of those traditional styles. You've got to get a read quite quick, and that can help in MMA.
Yep, his distance time is really good.
Well, that'll be 3 minutes down here in the first fight. Educated crowd here, of course, loving the techniques on display. 10-9, I think, very comfortably for Olivera.
Yep, yeah, he looked well in that round there. Ethan, like I say, still trying to find his way into it. He couldn't find his range, couldn't get any of his techniques off there. He looks a little bit frustrated.
And if you are in the corner of Ethan Young, what are you telling him right now?
Just, you've got to let it go, man. You've got to let it go. Got to fire off. Make that extra little step, make the commitment, and try and get yourself back into the fight.
Why does a fighter hesitate, though, in those moments? Is it just kind of like indecisiveness?
Well,
or?
He could be caught in the headlights. You know, he's making his MMA debut tonight. He does look a little bit nervous. He's opening up the show. Both still young lads, 23 years old. His corner there telling him now that he's going to have to get into this.
It does count for something, right? Like when you hear everybody yelling, the music happens, the light goes on, and you're the first guy to go out there and lay it all out on the line, right?
Yeah.
There's nowhere to hide.
No, that's it. It's putting it all on the line now.
All right, second of a potential 3 minutes on the clock. It's amateur MMA. So not going with the full 5 minutes. Leif Fallen happy. And Young and Olivera. Young in the red corner, Olivera in the blue.
Corner calling Ethan Young forward now to get himself into it. Switch the stance there by Olivera, switch back again. He's a tricky little character. Throws another right hand. Ethan Young makes his way forward now. Oh, big body round kick. And another one.
In the ability to double and triple up on techniques from Olivera, finding his mark to the body there with that right kick. He did it with the leg kicks earlier in round 1. Young absolutely turning things up a notch here, but he is eating shots.
Yeah, caution to the wind. He's got some lacerations on his back from the roundhouse kick there that Olivera's given him, but he's taking him in and he's having a little wrestle with him. Maybe he thinks that's the way into this fight.
Yeah, you wonder about that, right? If the striking you think might have been a good thing in the first round, you end up losing that battle. It's MMA, right?
Yep, change it up. And he looks like he's got some control time there, but all he's doing at the moment is stopping from Olivera's damage.
Well, Ethan Young with front headlock control here. Olivera sort of bent, out of position.
Yeah, trying a little hook there on his leg, trying to get a takedown on him. Knees going in.
Tough to see whether or not Ethan Young has a chin strap here. Going for a little Ashibarai, a little sweep there. Potential guillotine in play, tough to tell here, Paul.
Yeah, it's difficult to see from this angle. A bit of hand fighting going on, knees going in again. Single leg for Olivera. Looks like he's going to get it. Oh.
Not quite, not quite. Nearly converting into the double. Olivera holding on. But that neck is exposed. It's tough to say whether or not.
He's got it now. There he goes. Takedown.
Yes, just as you said it, Paul. Grabs the double, gets those hands together, flares the legs very beautifully to the side. Pressure, pressure, pressure here now from Olivera. That's the thing, right? We often see this in the less experienced kind of ranks. The ability to get a takedown is one thing, then you want to work your position, right? Because 3 minutes ain't a lot of time.
Nope, that's right. Half a minute left to go in this round. I mean, Olivera started out really well, and he got the takedown, so he's probably secured himself a second round as well as we go into the last 15.
Olivera sitting here in half guard, looking maybe to posture and land some punches to score. Not a lot of action in this round. Yes, he did get the takedown. Not a lot happened with it. Judges are looking, of course, not only at grappling, but how effective is it, right? Getting a takedown is one thing. The key thing is what was the result of that takedown. And not a lot, but Olivera did get it.
You did. You did.
I think a close round, but an Olivera round again.
2-0.
So 2018, Ethan Young back at, well, not on the bench. He's standing up. That's a good sign, right? But
yeah,
again, you know, unsuccessful. Let's take a look at these replays. Talk me through it, Paul.
Yeah, he's working the knee there. He's firing the knee in. He was looking for a little sweep there on the opposite leg. The knee came in from Olivera. A little bit of distraction there. And there's the takedown.
RCD Electrical bringing you the replay. Shout out to RCD from Yorkshire, the UK's leading electrical contractor. And you are watching Cage Steel 31. Chris and Paul with you here. Plenty more coming your way. Great to have your company with us on the prelims. So we've got this 2018 on the bench, unofficially. And with 3 minutes left for Ethan Young from not too far away in Leeds against the away fighter from Reykjavik MMA, Tiago Olivera. You get the feeling, Paul, it all comes down to his last 3 minutes for Ethan Young.
Absolutely. He's got to go for it now. There's those markings on his back there are pretty bad from those round kicks. There's another one going in from the right leg from Olivera. Ooh, and again, you can hear that echoing throughout the room.
Absolutely blasting him is Tiago Olivera with those kicks.
Yep, lashed. Ethan Young comes back. Ooh, chance at the head kick. Barely missed.
It's been a very patient performance from Olivera, and I think, you know, after 3 tries and not getting a win,
sure,
that cage time counts, right? And you go into this next one, you think, I might as well at least play it safe, and this has been a safe and smart performance, an accurate performance.
Yeah, you can see the determination in his face, like you say. 0 and 3 from his last 3 outings. Had to do something today, and it looks like he has for me. Coach is giving him a big shout out there, telling him what to do. They're in a little clinch up against the cage wall. I don't think Ethan Young wants to strike with him anymore. He's rolled him. Oh, Ethan secures the takedown, presses him against the cage.
Ethan Young thinking about maybe getting a throw, wasn't able to get it. He maybe had an Uchimata there, but Tiago Olivera is caught. Does he have grips on the neck? Ethan Young fishing for something here. It looks like it might be too little too late.
It looks like he's got a good grip of him there. Can he finish it off and win it? And it'd be a big surprise. Nope, Olivera looks like he's making his way out of it. And he secures the mount.
Olivera sliding into mount here. Just over 60 seconds to go. Forward pressure here from Olivera. Head and arm control.
Yep.
Big old buck here from Ethan Young. Sliding higher is Team Reykjavik MMA.
Yeah, it looks like Ethan's in trouble. I don't know how much of his grappling he's been practicing, but he looks... well, he's inexperienced, I suppose, making his debut today, but there's Olivera working a little bit of ground and pound now.
Olivera controlling again, coasting to the finish line here. 30 seconds to go in Doncaster. Can Olivera maybe open up with some ground and pound? He postures up. Left hand comes down. Right hammer fist.
There he is. He's high, he's real high with that. Like you said, there's Ethan Young trying to buck up and get him off, bring him back down again. He's struggling, the boy, in the last 10 seconds. It's a deserved win, I say, for Tiago. Oh, it's got his back. Oh, well done.
Potential backdoor escape there by Ethan Young at the bell. I got that 30-27, Mr. Paul.
Me too, sir.
All right. Well, it's unanimous here unofficially on the bench. Let's take a look at the replay brought to you by RCD Electrical. Good hand fighting here, and here was just that opening kick in the third round. Devastating, absolutely devastating accuracy there by Tiago Olivera. I mean, you don't often see that, right? The hand fighting the long guard from a kickboxer in MMA to a body kick while holding hands.
Yeah, now the kickers like to do that. Keep them at arm's length and let the legs go. Ethan Young didn't commit with his front kicks as he should have done when he was in range. It's a shame.
And taking a look at the end of that stanza, it was the ground and pound, the hammer fist, the exclamation mark on our books that was needed. And that'll be Team Reykjavik MMA. And Bjarki Thor Paulsen there has to be happy with that performance. I think it'll be 1-3.
Big smile on his face, and it's good for the boy to turn it around on his 4th attempt.
Well, Gary Patterson will be collecting the scorecards and doing the addition. And we'll have that result momentarily here. Thanks again for tuning in. This is Cage Steel 31.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we move to the judges' scorecards, each of your judges has scored this bout 30-27 with your winner by unanimous decision. In the blue corner, Tiago Olivera.
Bit of a height advantage for Keenan.
All right, let's take a look at the tail of the tape for this fight, brought to you by EcoSmart. 25 years of age, plays 30. Height and reach advantage for Renegade Jiu-Jitsu. It's an international, and it's amateur MMA at 85 kilos. Keenan Regisford, blue corner. Calvin Mooney, red corner. Mooney, 1-0 in MMA, 1-0 in kickboxing. Keenan Regisford, an unknown quantity, but a dangerous one coming from Renegade.
Yep, his movement's good as well. He's throwing those kicks in there. The pressure. Ooh, there's the 2 body shots, and it's gone for the single. There's the Carlson Gracie boys made the takedown straight away.
Pressure, pressure, pressure from Calvin Mooney. Overhand right, punching clutch. Regisford trying to re-guard here. Mooney just all over him. Yeah, that's that signature Carlson Gracie pressure, isn't it?
Sure. Side control there. Yep, he's took that through. Oh, there's the other leg over. There's the mount now.
Calvin Mooney mounting Keenan Regisford. Regisford trying to break posture here and pull him down.
Yep, he's struggling here. Oh, he's giving him his back. This could be an early night.
Calvin Mooney trying to get the hooks in. Of course, mount in the back, kind of interchangeable. Regisford giving up mount, rolling again, trying to scramble. Mooney thinking about the body triangle, can't quite get it. Both hooks back in. Double unders with wrist control here.
Yep. Yeah, he's in trouble. I think Keenan needs to keep this on the feet. Oh, there's some shots going in now. Regisford is could be in trouble.
It has been all one-way traffic, courtesy of Calvin Mooney. He was getting ready for that fight 1 week ago. Cutting weight, undoubtedly, for a canceled fight. He's mirrored that prep for this fight night, and it's all gone perfectly to plan so far, seemingly, against Keenan Regisford.
Yep, halfway through the first round, and it is, like you said, one-way traffic there, Chris. It's Calvin Mooney from the Carlson Gracie Hull club.
Wrist ride here from Mooney. Regisford just continually trying to open up the scramble, but the grip's just too good for Calvin Mooney here.
I think that arm's under the neck.
Does he have the choke? Mooney maybe getting a palm-to-palm grip. Regisford looking like he's in a little bit of trouble here. Tough to see from our position or the camera angle.
Yep. Yeah, tough to see, like you say. But, yeah, like you say, he's fighting the hands there. He's trying to stop the choke. He's got him well locked up.
An absolute nightmare scenario for the debutant Keenan Regisford. You know they will have drilled this before. He does train, obviously, in a jiu-jitsu gym.
Sharp.
Or a gym with great jiu-jitsu creds.
Yeah, he's keeping the chin tucked into his chest. And hopefully he's trying to see the round out, last 20 seconds.
Mooney trying to convert to that figure four grip. He's got his hand very nicely clasped around the shoulder. Keenan Regisford tucking the chin, trying to fight the hands. I think that punching is not really the smart move when someone's got those grips, Paul. But boy, seeing the end of the round, Regisford a survivor.
He did. He survived it well. Like you say, he must have some experience in his jiu-jitsu in his club there. I think the boys are happy over in the red corner there with Carl Mooney. They say Carlson Gracie have got quite a few guys on tonight. Six on the card, and yeah, they're well drilled.
And I just got to throw this in here. Owen is looking absolutely jacked.
Some boy Owen lives here. Some boy. We see him throwing people around up at AVT a while ago there, training with Charlie and the other boys. Yeah, man, there's got some throws.
Not hard to get motivated when he's telling you what to do on the stool, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, to be more beatings over there than just the belt promotions.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, looking to rally here is the blue corner, Keenan Regisford. Calvin Mooney knows what's at stake. He went right for the takedown. Regisford, we get the feeling, wants to keep this one standing. Let's see how it rolls.
Yep.
Two of us scheduled, three more minutes on the clock. Blue corner for Regisford, red corner for Mooney.
He's light on his toes. There's Keenan this time. He's trying to throw out some kicks straight down the middle. There's the overhand right and the attempted shot again from Mooney. He's holding the center.
Mooney playing with the rhythm, giving some different tells here, a little bit of feinting, nice from Regisford. You can see the weapon they want to throw out there, and is that rear push kick, right? That almost kind of snap kick. Rear teep. Whipping the right kick again, this time to the body for Regisford.
Grabbed and thrown, Mooney immediately onto him.
And it's not even close in the chest to chest.
Yeah, it's he's got a good work up on him here. He's looking to get back up again, but again, the Carlson Gracie guy looks like he's in the right place where he wants to be.
A mistake throwing single kicks like that?
Yeah, he was throwing him out a bit wild there, Chris. There was no retraction on him again. It was just throwing it to not real target in mind.
And it's one of those things, right? If you're a striker and you're going to fight in a grappler, you probably over time get more experience of when to use those and when not to.
Sure.
So, understandable, no?
Yeah, the guy who's going to go for the shot will square up at some point. Obviously leaving himself wide open, front kick to the stomach, uppercut to the chin.
Well, shout out to our sponsor, EcoSmart. Thank you very much. You are watching Cage Steel 31. Paul and Chris here with you on comms. Great to have you along with us for the ride. Calvin Mooney is just putting in a grappling clinic here.
He is. He is. He has his back now, both hooks in. And he's trying to pull the chin out of there with a minute to go in a second.
Mooney, big punches here. Calvin Mooney controlling from the back. Nice wrist ride there. I like the combination of control and aggression from Mooney.
Yeah, he's got a good balance of it, hasn't he? He looks comfortable. Regisford is looking like he's struggling.
And it's at this point in the fight, well over the midpoint, that the demoralization begins to set in when you've got a guy that's pretty much been a human backpack for the last two frames.
Yep. And there's that great posture again as he takes one of the hooks out to have a few shots at Keenan Regisford.
It's a nice but very simple blueprint, right? Get the guy down, get in the back, the punches work. If the neck is there, you take it, keep your hooks, position, submission, potential, and ground and pound. Simple, right?
But not in this round, because there's the end of the second, and he didn't put him away. And as long as Keenan's got a puncher's chance, he's still in the fight.
So, reviewing the last 2 minutes, I'm sure we'll get a replay here momentarily. What the heck does Keenan and Regisford need to do?
He's got to go for it with the strikes, because clearly his game's not on the ground. There's the reckless kick I was telling you about.
And there, the control, the signature control, almost dare I say it, from Calvin Mooney. Kind of wild, right? We saw him kickbox last time. We didn't even get to see any of this, but easy to forget when you say, I'm fighting on Cage Steel. Who you fighting? Calvin Mooney. What's he going to do? He's going to stand and bang, bro. Not even close. It's been grappling, 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 no?
Yep. Yeah, he's took his chance. 2 clean takedowns. There's the total strikes.
Interesting that we've got obviously an edge for Mooney, except for in the power strikes. But I still got that round Mooney.
Yep, me too. 2-0. Kia's got work to do.
And would you be looking for boxing from Mooney, or excuse me, from Regisford?
I think he needs to try and put something on him to stop him from coming forward and taking him down like that.
A good jab, right?
His hands, his boxing is not fantastic, and like I say, his kicks are a bit reckless. He's still a beginner, isn't he?
All right, third and final round here. Keenan Regisford, Calvin Mooney.
It's missed again.
Can Regisford pull a rabbit out of the hat? You get the impression this kid could. Beautiful, beautiful counter here from Keenan Regisford. What a comeback this would be.
Wouldn't it just? This would be exciting if he pulls this off. He's got his back.
Oh, Regisford trying to return the favor. He's got an arm underneath the chin. This would be absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, it really would. This would be a big finish, but no, he's lost his position now, and he's been rolled back onto his back by Mooney.
Oh, yeah. Regisford was so close, but so far. Side control here nearly for Calvin Mooney. Sitting in half, the guard is wide open. Shoulder pressure here. Nice for Mooney to be able to slow this thing down.
Yep, get himself composed again, hold his position. Oh, I thought Regisford was going to make it back up onto his feet there. He's not been successful in getting back up in any of the 3 rounds. He's been taken down by Mooney.
Exactly that. You thought about maybe a potential leg lock entry to a sweep, but a big ask against the top heavy Calvin Mooney. But that's that Carlson Gracie game, man. You know, those guys get on top of you. I've been there more than once or twice, and I'll tell you right now, Paul, it ain't no fun.
No, frustrating as hell. Oh, he's standing him back up again as a ref.
Interesting. Leif obviously was given some instructions. We couldn't hear it there, but not happy with the advancement of position. Perhaps Mooney, you know, trying to regain some cardio and holding on. Yeah. Not enough activity. Oh, look at this, though. Regisford goes for high kick and gives it the takedown.
Yeah, the kick's not accurate enough, though. It kind of glanced off and, again, gave Mooney the opportunity to just charge his man down and take him to the ground again. There's got to be some snap in that kick. Got to be able to take it back and get back on your feet again, ready for your hands to back it up.
Regisford hailing up. Hail Mary there for the triangle. Oh, but he's not going to be able to get it against Calvin Mooney. Gets 2 arms back in. Trying to collapse the guard is Mooney. Can he slide forward? He flattens Regisford out. Pin in the shoulders. Good forward pressure here from Calvin Mooney.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to see this one out.
Well, it seemed about that was unlikely to go the distance with both fighters really playing offense most of the time here.
Agreed. As we go into the last 15, Keenan did well to, like I say, not get submitted because he's been in bad positions.
And that's a lesson in itself, right? I mean, we saw in the last fight a fighter really look great who'd lost his 3 fights up until that point. And I really believe, you know, Kavanagh says that we win and we learn.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's some good experience for both of the lads there. Keenan looks tired, doesn't he? But yeah, fair play to him. He's managed to get the 3 rounds under his belt, and it'll serve him well for the next fight.
And Mooney looks tired too, right? I mean, that's not exactly a energyless performance. You got to work when you're on top like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we move to your judges' scorecard, your winner by unanimous decision, in the red corner, Calvin Mooney.
All right, our tale of the tape brought to you by the Wheatley. It's an international, and it's nearly identical in height, but a big gulf in the age difference. Emil, just 18. Lindgren, 26. One fight already on the resume, looking to get his first win against the debutant, Thake. Blue corner for Emil Thake, Lindgren in the red.
Lindgren coming with the leg kicks early. That's the second one. Find a home for that right leg of his. There's the third. Ooh.
Lindgren just blasting those legs, as you said, Paul. Nice overhand right there.
Shot. Emil with it. That's a nice shot. These boys are going at it early. Standing in the center of the cage there and just exchanging. Ooh, nice 1-2 combination. 3-4 more shots from Emil.
Emil Thake catching the kick, moving forward. Very nice. First time in the fight, actually, Lindgren needed to back off.
Nice feint there. Nice leg kick in return. Boys sounding each other out. Uppercut, left hook combo.
Lindgren with a right kick to the leg again. He's landed that cleanly about 5 or 6 times. Judoka's got the legs, right?
Both these boys are accurate.
And economical.
Yep, the economy of motion said that's that leg kick again. He must have had that about 8 times. His legs marking up already.
One thing I'm also liking is the coverage from Lindgren. Every time he kicks, like, the hands don't completely drop. So he's anticipating potentially a counter from Thake.
Yeah, ooh, nice 1-2 combo again coming back from Leif. My apologies, that's not Leif.
Thake, Emil Thake. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. Yeah, he's got some nice handiwork, but ooh, he eats a very, very clean punch. Again, another clean punch from Lindgren. But the counter's there. Off the counter, Thake stepping in. Nice moves here from Emil Thake.
Yep, he's still wearing those leg kicks and the front kick as well. Lindgren is he's pressing forward, but he is getting caught. There's that 1-2 again from Emil, the boy from RVK.
I want to see the 3-4 from Emil. That, I think, could be really smooth because there's an opening around the guard. There we go again.
There it is.
Looping punches here from Emil Thake. Lindgren forced to back off again. It's been a close round.
Yeah, every time he throws a leg kick, it finds a home, but he gets 4 or 5 punches back at him.
Lindgren slipping there, the right. Check from Lindgren on the front foot. Check again.
Yeah.
Good head movement there from Lindgren. He's sort of finding his timing and rolling with the punches, but I'm telling you right now, Emil Thake is looking focused on the counter.
It's very even for me. I don't know which way I call this at the moment. That front kick keeps going in there, like you said. 2 or 3 punches keep coming back. He's pressing forward now, is Leif. Oh, there's the catch. Watch for the up kick. End of the round.
And you wonder how much connection there was, though, on that counter, right? Was it a stumble or was it a clean connection? I'm going to go out there and say Lindgren just.
On the work rate.
Well, I think on the significant strikes, because if we look at the judging criteria, that's the first thing, right? If you can't decide upon what was the most effective or potentially damaging of the strikes, right? Because that's pretty much what we saw, right? There was no grappling.
Sure.
Then you move on to aggression and control. But yeah, I know what you mean. And it was close, though. It was very, very close.
I think Lindgren's invested into rounds 2 and 3 with those leg kicks. It will slow him down, Emil. And the punches, quite a few of them were glancing. We're having a look at it here now.
And there, a very nice angle on the effective work from Lindgren, but absolutely Thake was in it. I really feel like his best punches were the looping ones around the guard. Certainly some effective striking from Thake too.
Yeah, really enjoyable fight from the two boys. To say they're so inexperienced, they're very composed. They look like they've been doing it a long time.
Accurate, right? Efficient, economical, as we said. 2 of a scheduled 3 minutes on the clock. It's featherweight MMA. Actually just north of featherweight. We'll call it 67.5 kilos. But who's counting?
Catch. Takedown from Emil.
Thake shifting gears. Potential leg attack here from Lindgren. And the reaping of the leg, something to watch out for here with potential leg exposure, heel exposure. Punches here in return from Dadi, a much more aggressive Dadi. I think they probably lost that round on their own scorecards.
And suggested he goes out there and starts to put some work in, and he really is now. His knees in there, and that's beautiful. Now he's taking the back. Up against cage wall.
Trying to climb the ladder here is Emil Dadi, who has completely changed gears in this fight. Lindgren, I think, you know, went out, took the data the first 3 minutes, thought he probably had this one, or at least felt comfortable enough. And it's that kind of lack of expecting something different that's caught him off guard.
Yep. Yeah, the younger of the two fighters has come out there, and he's got wind in his sails.
Well, Dadi trying to find his grips here and potentially peel Lindgren away from the cage.
Yep.
Lindgren just really kind of staying balled up, and that's not a bad strategy if you want to stall. Especially when a guy is refusing to punch or do anything other than work to try to take the back. Tough to see where the grips are exactly. Has he got 2-on-1? No, I think it's just kind of, yeah, he's basically just fighting one arm. This is one of those unsung positions in mixed martial arts, right?
Yep. I just figured the referee would separate them and get it going again for the last 30 seconds.
But nice to see the position unfold, right?
Yep. Ooh, there's the more meaningful work with intent there from Emil. And just as I say that, curse of the commentator gets clipped. Mark over his right eye. Back to the leg kicks for Lindgren. Nice front kick.
Bolo punch here from Dadi. Beautiful. He's breathing though, Paul. I mean, you take a look at it and you think a more energy usage kind of scenario. Was he looking a little tired? He was blowing a bit there.
He worked the harder of the two. I think he secured the round with that hard work. So,
Thai fight?
Yeah.
Nothing like saying Thai fight in an MMA fight, right? Well, we got it 19-19. I'm going to go out there and say on a limb, right? 10-9 and then 10-9? Or do you have a 10-8? Are you going to give a 10-8?
No, I'll give a 10-9 for that round. I just wasn't too sure about the first one. 7 or 8 kicks within the first 30 seconds to that leg. A front kick landed. He landed some good shots of his own with the hands. And I'd say the first one was even, but definitely the RVK man stepped up in the second round and took that one for me.
All right. I've got it tied. Paul Lynch is sitting on a fence somewhere over there. Let's take a look at the numbers here. We got the edge in head strikes for Emil Dadi. No surprises looking at that last one. Some clean work. The body work, though, I think from Leif, particularly in that first round, I'm surprised about the leg strikes. I feel like there was more than one, no?
Yeah, agreed. That's just the second round as well, though, isn't it? There were 2 or 3, weren't there?
How far did you go in maths?
Maths?
Yeah.
All the way.
A levels?
No, and beyond.
Oh, come on. Third and final round, Emil Dadi, Leif Lindgren. Lindgren, we had up in the first round, at least I had up in the first round, and Dadi in the second. Leif talked an awful lot about getting stronger and working on his whole MMA game this camp. A lot of experience in great sparring.
Lindgren's the busier of the two in this one. He's throwing the fakes in. He's landing that leg kick again. That's the 4th time now. He's throwing it in again.
He's had at least 80 fights in judo.
Really?
Yeah.
That front kick's finding its way home again. There it is again. Solid.
Good coverage here from Lindgren. A better guard, I feel like that has been one of the evolutions we've seen in this round.
Yeah, the boys are just standing in the middle of the cage now and just exchanging. It's who's going to get the cleaner shots. He pushes forward. He's throwing. A lot of them's hitting the arms and shoulders, though, Emil. Up against the cage again. Knees are going in. They separate. Which way will this go? It depends what the judges are seeing and what they like to see.
Now I'm taking a look at here the almost conservative efforts of both guys. They know this fight is close. Lindgren scored very nicely, I think, in the beginning of that round. Is Dadi looking for a home run here? Is he really trying to time that potential game-changing strike?
Yeah,
he's backing off quite a bit now.
And he's queuing up a big right hand. He likes to ball that over.
But sometimes I feel like taking your chances in a close fight isn't always the best method. But saying that, Dadi waltzing forward, straight into the pocket.
Yeah, and he landed that big left hook there. Lindgren's marked up a bit around his face now. He's feeling those shots. They both know it's close. That's why they're being real cautious into the last 40 seconds. Again, he took a lot of those on the gloves. He covered up well.
But Lindgren displaying a much more composed guard. Is holding on to this fight. The numbers must be close. Dadi looks to his corner as if to say, how many more seconds in this one? Not long to go, 15 seconds on the clock. Lindgren and Dadi toe-to-toe.
Yeah, as it comes to a close here, there's a last volley from the RVK boy. That might be enough. He landed a couple of clean shots there. They think they've done enough. He thinks he's done enough. I'm unsure, to be honest.
And a close scenario as we get to the finish line in this one. You know what? Lindgren came in so motivated. 26 against an 18-year-old making his debut. It was a competitive fight. Paul, take me through it.
Yeah, it was. And this is some of the action from the third round there. The front kicks from Lindgren, the Norwegian boy. I think he controlled the fight a lot better in the third round. It's just how you see the first, really, because we definitely both agree that Emil won the second one, eh?
I agree. That last one was really close. I feel like the adaptations of Dadi, of finding his way around the guard and knowing when to attack and when to wait.
Sure.
And when to kind of breed some uncertainty, when to hesitate, when to commit. Not an easy thing to do, especially with a 3-minute round. Like, that's pretty much a sprint, right? You're really not kind of sitting and getting the advantage necessarily that 5 minutes allows. But
yeah, he pushed well at the end. He knew that the time was nearly up. And he might have just caught the judge's eye for that last round with the finish.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we move to the judges' scorecards, your winner by unanimous decision. In the blue corner, Emil Dadi.
Dadi has done it. I have to say I was leaning that way. You know, the more meaningful, impactful strikes probably in that third round came from him. There were only a few of them, though, and that's the thing. When you're doing these types of close scoring scenarios, it can come down to just a handful. Timo McGuire is 21. Callum George is 25. Very similar there in height. Two great gyms with a jiu-jitsu base. Renegade taking on Carlson Gracie. Tail of the tape brought to you by RCD Electrical Yorkshire, one of our key sponsors. Andy Nichols in charge. 3 minutes on the clock.
Yes, southpaw. Timo's come in southpaw. A couple of early exchanges there. They're both feeling each other out. Ooh, big fast head kick.
Timo McGuire showing the takedown, actually going upstairs there with that left high kick. Open stance. Southpaw plays orthodox. McGuire actually began kickboxing as a child. Well, if you got a base and stand-up, no better place than Carlson Gracie Hull to work that ground game.
Absolutely. Put the two together, become a well-rounded MMA fighter. Feeling each other out again. Firing the long-range kicks. Ooh, there's a nice one. Inside thigh kick from McGuire.
Outside foot position there for McGuire, landing that kick to the inside of the lead leg. Callum George says, how about a clinch? Knee to the, ooh, I was gonna say, it looked like Callum George was going to land a knee to the midsection, but then something came, and it was south of the border.
It was south of the border.
Offsides?
Yeah, totally unintentional there. They both looked like they were going to knee at the same time.
I believe Callum George actually might have landed one.
Right.
Well, the pace of this contest was bubbling to the point of boiling. RCD Electrical on the replay. Oh. Yep, like I said, they both threw knees.
They did.
Yikes. And at least half of the audience is groaning right now.
Yeah.
You never want to see it.
Slightly over half, I reckon. Timo McGuire in the black spoil shorts. Callum George from Renegade. The orange and blue numbers. He looks strong, that boy.
Yeah, it's another thing as well. You know, we were talking about these young fighters who come out making their debut that look that good. They look that good, literally. And I think that says a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's what we were touching on earlier on. We were just saying how they're starting out real young these days and training with an MMA club right from the off. Well-rounded.
Well, McGuire and George are back underway. That was a frenetic 50 seconds or so.
Down to the body with the left hand. Tried a head kick.
George potentially giving up a takedown here. Can Timo McGuire convert? Look at the complete game on the scramble. Spectacular. Goes for the throw. I mean, what a counter, right?
Yep.
Squatting the base a little bit, making the adjustments, avoiding the penetrating step on the wrestling, and then countering with a throw.
Yep.
Making your debut.
Yeah, he does. Boys look like he's practiced hard for a long time.
And I think he's a bit of a natural too, right? I mean, some people, they have that physical aptitude for the sport.
Well, these kids, if they're starting 5, 6, 7 years old, the parents are getting them involved real early. And, you know, by the time they've had 10 years at it, they've got a real skill set there.
Yep. It's like jumping on the trampoline, right?
It's just natural to them.
Exactly.
He's holding him down now. You got a minute to go in the first.
Well, George here working from closed guard. Not quite really basing the way he might like, but he's got some pressure and some punches. I think it's a combination, really, of the grips and control of Timo McGuire with that overhook and his ability maybe to stand and pass. I'd love to see him stand and pass if he can pry his arm out. Nice, nice, nice. Can he get it? But the grips, again, just magnificent from Timo McGuire here. That's like an underemphasized skill set, the ability to use your guard and nullify someone like that.
Yep. And stop him from taking advantage from the position that he's in, but he's out and he's standing. They're both back up with a few seconds to go. Ooh, going to try a spinning kick there. Was Callum George, and that's the end of that.
Round of the night so far, no?
Yeah, very good from both of them.
Well, Timo McGuire mentioned that his wrestling and his conditioning, I think the key thing being conditioning, was going to be a helpful strategy in this contest. And he looks fresh sitting back down there on the bench.
Callum George. Yeah, Callum looks like he's in great shape. They both do.
I was going to say, I was talking about Timo, but looking over there in the camera, Callum too, right?
Yeah, both of them, yeah.
One thing you can control in the fight is the gas tank.
Well, neither of them are heavy breathing at this point, so yeah, the composure is really good for a young lad. There's the throw there. That's beautiful.
And taking a look at the action there, brought to you by RCD Electrical, we also have some statistics, preliminary fight statistics. And the edge in striking for George and takedowns.
Yep.
We'll see if that matters whatsoever.
But it gives him the round. Let's see what happens in a second.
You got George with the round?
Yep.
Touch of gloves. 2 of a scheduled 3. Open stance matchup, right? When those rear tools are coming in, whether it was the knee like we saw, or in this case, the old inside chop.
Yep.
Up at a 45-degree angle. And
that's one each now.
Is it?
1 all.
Fate? Karma? Something like that?
Balance.
Uh.
Anything you can do. No, definitely not intentional there. There's a lot going on in that second when he threw the leg kick.
And to what degree, and I'm going to maybe ask an obvious question, does that kind of take the wind out of the mental sails? Or are you able just to kind of swipe left and move on?
I got it with one some years ago, and it put me out for the weekend.
Training?
Yeah, in training.
Yeah.
Bad.
Obviously, there's the physical side, but you know, when you kind of have that break in your focus and you're thinking about what happened rather than what's about to happen.
I think these two boys will get quickly back into it.
Yeah, we saw it previously already, so.
Yeah. His shoes on the other foot now. And Callum George is the one that's recovering.
Very poetic, Paul. The shoes on the other foot, huh?
Yep.
Touch of gloves. Here we go. Callum George, Timo McGuire at cage steel 31. And they are throwing heavy leather. Nice counter right there from Callum George. Gets the duck under, goes belly to back with a suplex.
Yeah, nice, exciting. It's just gone up a level now.
And this young man making his debut has looked exceptional.
Yeah, he's a real talent there. That was some throw all the way over the back. Here we go now. Timo McGuire's on his back, and he looks quite comfortable there. He don't look like he's panicking at all.
McGuire trying to regard. Hasty mount attempt there from Callum George.
Takes him back into half guard.
Shoulder pressure here from Callum George. Can he open up the pass? It was a nice regard there, well timed by Timo McGuire.
Here's the instructions coming in from Owen Livesey in his corner there. About how he's going to get himself out of this situation.
Timo is flattened right now, though. The shoulders are pinned, the hips are being rather nicely controlled. Callum not necessarily advancing position, but Timo trying to work in there, open up the hips. Can he get the, yes, nearly, no, not quite. He's trying to obviously get his knee back into play or maybe convert to a knee shield. It was tough to say.
Yep, that's what his corner are calling for.
Were they? You got a better ear than me. Oh, he's got his headphone off. You're cheating, Paul. There we go. They're very nice. He actually was kind of reaching the other leg over to the other side, right? And then the adjustment from Callum George meant that he could regard. Very smooth.
Yep. He's got his head up against the cage now. Don't want to let him go anywhere. Desperate to try and get something back onto his feet in the last 30 seconds. It's another round gone, I fear, for Timo McGuire.
And it's very interesting to hear the cage work coaching, if you will, from Owen and the crew there. They were talking, obviously, for him to shuffle his hips and post or even maybe work inside with his left foot. Work his way back to the cage, get back up. Callum George says, no, thank you, sir.
And puts him straight back down.
Exactly. What a round. What a fight.
Great round. It's a good fight.
Fight of the night so far. I would have to say at cage steel 31.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you there. I mean, sure, we're only 4 fights in now, but this one is, this one's worth the admission fee. These boys are good. Here we go, a little bit of a highlight there. Leg catch. Oof.
A thunderous counter right there from Callum George, then going totally airborne with that belly-to-back technique. Let's take a look at it. Tom Breeze said he was happy with that. And you know what? I have one word to describe this kid, opportunistic.
Yep. Yeah, he pounced there, didn't he? But he looked like he meant business. I see, maybe we see this young man, maybe he's got a bright future. He looks, like I said, very composed. Oh, we forget he is 25. He looks like about 16. Young baby face on him.
Third and final round between what has been an exceptional encounter between Timo McGuire and Callum George. George making his debut, Timo 1-1, and what a well-matched contest it has been. George with seemingly a few surprises.
Superman punch from Timo McGuire there, that lands. He knows he's got work to do.
You got Timo down?
Yeah, definitely.
2 rounds?
Yep, both of the rounds, yep. Lost them both. Keeps changing direction, does Callum George. I mean, a debut in MMA, quite possibly, but I mean, he could have definitely come from a striking background. Oh, he's throwing a hook kick at him there. That's not a beginner.
Lead hook kick attempt there, straight out of the Lynch Spence playbook, no?
Yep, everyone's after it now.
Lunging in there for the takedown. Couldn't quite catch the low single. Was he trying to pick the ankle and actually stood up? The thing is that strikes me about Callum George is he's not only opportunistic, but he's seamless, right? Everything is put very nicely together.
Yep.
For a debutant.
Yeah, definitely, that's what I say. He looks like he's a lot more experienced. There's the knees going in there from Timo McGuire, and he's pressing forward now. He knows he's got to go.
Swing and a miss there from McGuire.
There's a reply from Callum George.
And the corner are going absolutely furious from Carlson Gracie Hull.
Nice body cross there. Hook combo coming back.
Response there from George. McGuire pressing the action here. Aggression is the word. Will he be able to try and get something going? Not much time to do it here, Paul.
Solid knee, but then as soon as he landed the knee, taken down, flat on his back again. Yeah, he was putting it on there. He knew he had to go. Corner were calling for him to get forward and get some work done.
And it's been a bumpy ride for Timo McGuire. Callum George, I think, has made the right decisions in this fight and has shown, I think, the right variety.
Slick, I'd say slick.
And athletic.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
It's kind of like, and I'm going to throw something out here because he's fighting this weekend and he's probably, you know, one of, especially when he made his debut, I think the more surprising fighters of all time, not only arguably the best fighter of all time, John Jones, right?
John Jones, yeah.
He's lanky, he's athletic, he can wrestle, he kind of makes the right decisions and mixes things up and shifts gears at the right times in fights.
Yep.
Made a lot of great fighters look really bad. And you know what? I have to say, Timo McGuire is a good fighter. Yep. And Callum George has just, you know, made mincemeat in a few positions.
He's bossed the fight. There it is. That's the end of it.
That's the word.
Yep. Yeah, he was in control. But helping his man up there. And a good show of respect for the two of them. It was a good, clean fight.
Well, as Timo McGuire walks back to the corner, they will be asking questions of what if and potentially shoulda, woulda, couldas. Not to say Callum George didn't make some mistakes and not to say Timo McGuire didn't have his moments. But there we go, the lead hook kick. And then eventually off the cage, bouncing into this. What a takedown attempt there from Callum George.
Didn't show us the overhand right there. I thought that connected. But this is the pressure there from Timo McGuire, as he, in the beginning of the third round, knew he had to go forward. So there he's throwing a big old rear roundhouse kick out.
And a nice head kick. I mean, that, despite the guard, you know, there was some contact, but then you saw the takedown attempt there.
Yep.
Completed.
Immediately following the knee that he landed, in came the sweep.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we move to your judges' scorecards, all three judges have scored about 30-27 with your winner by unanimous decision. In the blue corner, Callum George.
Yeah,
Tail of the tape brought to you by Fast Labels. 25 against 21. Height advantage for Buddy Thake. Pangea MMA taking on GB Top Team Midlands. Light heavyweight is the division, 93 kilos, 3 3-minute rounds. Cage steel 31, Leif Fallon in charge. Buddy Thake making his debut, Basel Abdo. 1-0. Blue corner for Thake. Abdo looking for the takedown in the red corner with the red shorts.
Exchanging right hands early. We saw Basel Abdo on cage steel 29 with his only win. Vicious leg kick there. They both exchanging in the middle of the cage.
Basel Abdo again just showing power and intensity. Right kick landing cleanly there for Abdo.
Yeah, Buddy looks for the take there. Sorry. Looks for the takedown. He's got some pressure on his man there. Firing a few body shots in.
Abdo with forward pressure. Can he complete and get the single leg? It was a nice set of defense there from Thake. But unsuccessful in the end as Abdo all over him here. Getting to his knees. Thake able to stand up, counter with a single of his own. Can he run the pipe? Not quite. Is Abdo looking for a choke attempt here?
Yeah, it looks like he is. It's back and forward, this one.
Abdo sitting down. Does he have a hold of the neck?
He does. It's tight as well. Is he going to get out of that?
I think he'll be okay. It looks like he's going to be able to fight the grips. Thake doing everything he can to try and find his way out of this guillotine attempt from Abdo.
He's made it out as well.
He has. What a counter there from Thake. What a turnaround. It looked like a potentially deadly play from Abdo.
Yep, and now Thake is piling on some pressure on him, some ground and pound. He's got his back taken now. Abdo turns around and faces back into him. And the boys are on their feet. Knees. Oh, there it is. There's the knee. Called for it, and it came. There's a right hand from Thake. It's a solid shot.
Thake is a survivor, an absolute survivor. Beautiful, beautiful work, escaping that precarious position and coming back and putting some handiwork of his own in.
Yep. Abdo swinging a little bit now. He's throwing the leg kick there, but they both. Ooh, the 1-2 combination from Thake lands as he presses him. Right hand, duck and right hand. More pressure, more hands from Thake. This could be it.
Thake with combinations here. Abdo backing off. Head movement from Thake. Oh my goodness, Thake just absolutely lighting him up here. He's punching him up like a heavy bag.
He is, he certainly is. And he's pouring the pressure on. He don't want to throw it in too early though. Don't blow everything out in the first round. I think he's taking a breather now.
Abdo trying to shift gears and do what he can to change this fight's momentum. Boy, a powerhouse performance so far from Buddy Thake.
And there's the single, and there's the takedown. And Abdo secures the takedown at the end of the round, but for me, that's Thake with a 20-punch combination there at least.
Agreed, absolutely agreed, no doubt about it. Abdo had a guillotine attempt. He did have a takedown there, nothing really came from it, but my goodness, it seemed like this was one of those fights that was gonna end any second. Let's take a look at the action here. Paul, walk me through it.
Yeah, this is just after there's a couple of shots, a couple of them missed. That was a nice knee went in by Abdo, but then this is when the combination started. That's like 5, 6, 7 straight punches and then hook punches. Abdo decided he wanted none of it and started to leave, but nope, he came back and gave him some more. Oh, continuous pressure.
The organization of the offense on full display from Buddy Thake. He talked about how badly he wanted it, and you know what? The motivation to get out there and train, learn, adapt, prepare, make fight night, and take us on a hell of a ride like that. Power strikes, total strikes, not even close, Paul.
Not even close. There's a massive gap there in between the two. Let's see what the second brings.
Well, there you go, the numbers. Brought to you by our sponsor for this fight, Fast Labels. Well, fast is the word. One of those you kind of get the impression ain't going to go beyond the next 3 minutes. Well, the corner's getting a little talking to, I think, potentially maybe throwing some water. over Basel Abdo. Either way, we're queued up for a barn burner here in Doncaster. Cage Steel 31. Two of a scheduled 3.
Here we go again. Basil's made, he's got the look on him this time. He's going to try and, land a big right hand. I think he knows he's behind by a round. Leg kick and a miss. Thake comes in, presses his man up against the cage again. Abdo changed, turned him. There's the takedown.
Nice work here completing Basel Abdo. We talked about that wrestling he has been working on since the ripe age of 4. And when you're tired, right, you've been punched up, it's that kind of conditioning and muscle memory that can play off in those takedown positions.
Go back to what comes automatically for you, and that did. Let's hope he can hold the position there. He looks like he's in the ascendancy now. Nope, he's trying to scramble.
Basel Abdo looking to advance.
Thake needs just to put a knee down there and get himself back up the side of the cage wall. Yep, here he comes. Got a post out. There's the post. Up he comes. Abdo's not having any of it. It's taking him back down again.
Well, Thake trying everything he can to try to get back up to his feet and find some respite. But Basel Abdo with enthusiasm here from top position.
Yeah. I think he definitely knew he needed it after the first round. He took so many shots. I think he's more in his comfort zone now. So we've been corrected there. Basel.
Basel Abdo in full mount here. Able to clear the legs. It has been a methodical 2-minute scenario of pressure, work rate, control, leverage. Oh, Thake is in some trouble here.
He could be.
Abdo looking to convert to the wrestler's delight, the head and arm choke. Nice counter here from Thake. He's able to avoid the worst of it here. Dominant round so far, though, for the red corner.
He's held him. I don't know if he's done a great deal with it, to be honest. Takes us back to Volkanovski fight, doesn't it? He's held him there, but has he done anything with it?
Yeah, but he's advanced his position, right? Like, that's one of the things. He did get the takedown. He worked out a half after passing to mount.
And then we got a couple of shots towards the end.
Attempts at a couple of submissions, right? I mean, it wasn't necessarily pretty, but it was a blue-collar performance.
But it's enough to win the round without a doubt. And that probably levels it up again after the first. What will the corners say from the top team boy?
Well, a clash of styles here at 93 kilos. It's the first time we see the big boys in the cage tonight. Basel Abdo corrected. We heard the MC say Basel, right? So we had to go with that.
I think he said Basel, yeah. Basel?
Shout out to you, Abdo. We love you, man. And Thake, again, just putting in some momentum in that first round, which was completely shut down by Basel. A beautiful contrast of styles. We love to see style makes fights.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the beauty of MMA, isn't it? It's a very one-dimensional when you watch the boxing nowadays, but this is exciting. Anything could happen. And knowing he was a round down, Basel definitely pulled it out of the bag with that one to make it 1-1 on my card.
And there you go. The takedown attempt was 1, but that was all he needed in that round. Fast Labels. Quality Labels delivered fast, our sponsor here at Cage Steel 31. Buddy Thake had some great strikes, but it wasn't enough. We'll take a look at it here as the action rolls on.
Referee's not happy again. A lot of water thrown around in Basil's corner. Boys get an extra rest as the ref comes in to clean up.
Well, Leif putting in cleaning work here. He's on kitchen duty tonight, not only as the third man in the cage.
Here we go.
19-19.
Yep, 7 shots for me. Fully level as we get started. Thake stepping forward. He's looking to start the work with the strikes again. He looks tired though. Leg kicks just a touch.
Basel Abdo trying to slip the right. Eats a couple of punches there on the combinations from Buddy Thake. Nice sprawl from Thake. We saw that there in the first round.
Yep.
It was his undoing in the second. Can he defend the takedown from Basel Abdo?
I don't think he can. Oh yeah, he can. He stuffed it at the moment. He's got a good body lock on him. He's holding him.
Thake was considering potentially a choke on the counter. It was tough to see if he was going to try to lock his arms up. Tough to do in this position when you're pushed up against the fence, but yeah, kind of in that that purgatory between takedown attempt and completion.
Sure. He needs to get back on his feet. He's posting up again, but he's got the double. He'll take him back down again. He's saying, asking to pull him away from the cage so that he can work him better.
Buddy Thake feverishly trying to stuff the head of Basel Abdo. Abdo trapping the legs. Corner calling for the figure 4.
Basel's just eating the roundup.
Yeah, it's one of those things where he didn't really have an answer for the combinations of Buddy Thake, but he did have one, which was this.
Yeah.
And Thake really doesn't have an answer for this.
No, you're absolutely right there, Chris. He's with 45 left or thereabouts in the round now, he's trying to have a few pops at him, but to no effect.
"30 seconds to go here. Basel Abdo."
Again, what is Basel doing though? He's holding his man there, but
he's coasting.
Yep.
But you know what? I understand it. It's effective fighting. Ultimately, Buddy Thake did not have an answer in these positions. He was taken down off the fence, 2 rounds of 3.
Yeah.
And
agreed.
what is this sport? Mixed martial arts.
Absolutely, Chris, absolutely. Buddy should have stuck to his game plan in the first round, get his hands working. I thought he was going to have him out. It looks like Basel's turned it around.
Basel Abdo controlling this fight to the very end. Both guys look at each other and say, look, good game, man. And you know what it was? Game plan, game plan, game plan.
Sure. The corner must have said to him at the end of the first, listen, you're shipping shots here, big time. They said the combination must have been 18 or 20 shots. They said, look, we need to change it up. We can't go on like this.
Well, absolutely inspirational stories on the walk to the cage for both Buddy Thake and Basel Abdo. But this, Paul Lynch, was the story of the fight.
Yep, there it is. There's the takedown there. There's some shots from the first round. Good, solid, straight punches and hook punches that came in from Buddy Thake, from the GB top team boy. But Basel decided that he wasn't having any more of that, and in rounds 2 and 3 took him down and held him there.
Now, I'm not one for stereotyping, but when you looked at the ears of the cornermen for Basel Abdo, 2 things obvious. 1, they know how to grapple, and, you know, secondly, which way they pass.
Yeah. Yep, that's the truth.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we move to your judges' scorecards, all 3 judges scored the bout 29-28 with your winner by unanimous decision. In the right corner, Basel, the Palestinian Python, Abdo.
Basel Abdo has done it. The Palestinian Python, 2 to the good. 2-0 in MMA. And what a journey it has been up until this point. Emotional scenes here in Doncaster. Jack Hassard is in the cage. Emerson Santos is in the cage. It's a welterweight clash, 3 3-minute rounds. Here's the tail of the tape. It's brought to you by Metro Rod. RVK MMA taking on Carlson Gracie Hull. The elder fighter, Emerson Santos, making his debut. Jack Hassard looking confident. Those are the numbers. We'll see if they mean anything here.
Low stance from Santos. Nice wide grip, but he's taken down almost. He's gone for a double leg, and there it is. He's taken down straight away by the Carlson Gracie boy.
Jack Hassard straight to the takedown game, reaping the outer leg. Santos almost seemed a little bit cold there and was just taken down relatively easily.
Nullified his striking game. That was obviously their game plan. He's taller than him. He had the longer limbs. Oh, and he's pounding away on Santos's face now.
Oh, Santos is taking punishment here. Opening 30 seconds. Dominant for Jack Hassard.
Yep, yeah, he is. He definitely is. He's got the boy where he wants him right now. And Santos is looking away, so he's getting punched in the face a lot. The referee's having a good look now.
The assault continues for Jack Hassard. It has been completely one-dimensional for the 20-year-old here.
Yeah, 1 minute in straight away. And he's laying him out flat now. He's mounted him.
The methodical advance continues. Heavy grappling. Jack Hassard promised in this fight tonight. He said, I can kickbox and strike as well, but that didn't seem to be on the menu tonight, Paul.
Not part of his agenda, clearly not. When a man's got longer arms and legs than you. Straight in. He's looking for an ebon arm here. He's got it. Pull his right leg onto this side and twist through.
Hassard opening up the choke. Very nice recovery. Beautiful recovery here from Jack Hassard. Able to use his butterfly hook and maintain top position. Yeah, you were saying, Paul, the right adjustments there?
Yeah, definitely. Oh, and some more ground and pound. Referee's in real close now. He might not let this carry on.
Emerson Santos not providing intelligent defense and looking away. Jack Hassard on top. Hands coming down. Punches coming down. Lots of punches in a row, and that's enough for Leif to step in. Jack Hassard with a marvelous victory here at Cage Steel 31.
First stoppage of the night there by Jack Hassard, and he really worked hard for that. I mean, what was the time on that? He did under 2 minutes. He had his game plan, he executed it perfectly. Well done to the Carlson Gracie boys. That was fantastic.
Well, it was just another step, he said tonight, towards martial arts mastery. Take a look at the recovery there. He was committed to the grips. He actually had his right arm quite deep around the back of the neck. Reversed Emerson Santos as he tried to escape, let go of the choke, and this was the finish.
Yep, ground and pound, sat up on top of him there. I mean, the strikes weren't really accurate, but the volume was too much for the referee to see him take any more.
And the punches, obviously, too much in the end for Leif Folan, as Emerson Santos looked away more than one occasion, unable to improve position, unable to provide, intelligent defense. And that's the replay by Metro Rod, our sponsor here at Cage Steel 31. And Gary Pattison has the verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 2 minutes and 3 seconds of round number 1, your winner by TKO in the red corner, Jack Hassard.
Well, there you have it, Jack Hassard. They've got to be happy with that one. Fight Scout, 21 plays 21. Nearly identical in heights. Interesting to see these guys make the walk. One, a debutante, the other one, 1-1.
Sure.
Berklid taking on Beke. Waseke Beke in the blue corner, and Berklid in the red.
Berklid came in with a southpaw stance to switch to orthodox now. Couple of exchanges. Strong hands there from Waseke Beke. There's a right hand again.
Left hook there in reply there from Berklid. Lucas Rene Berklid, the traveling fighter of greater distance, at least in this fight. But absolutely, Becca looking on point there with the 1-2 and a nice heavy round kick 30 seconds or so ago.
Yep, clean punches. He looks the more composed of the two.
And potentially the bigger of the two at the weight.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's feeling those as Lucas. He felt those shots. This is marked up. Ooh, nice back kick. Landed. Moseki Beck walks straight through it and keeps delivering his damage.
Nice check. Very nice rear check there from Becke. Eats another kick, though, from Berklid. There's been zero distance management in this fight. It's been purely power techniques almost. Heavy right hand from Becke. Berklid goes upstairs.
He's trying some kind of an axe kick there. I can't quite work out what that is. Maybe he's undecided as to what he's going to throw.
And the wild thing to see is that both guys are kind of throwing at the same time, which can make it tricky to read.
There's a good teep. Takes a 2 left hands for the trouble, though. That rocked his head back.
Berklid stepping into the lead hook. Reply there from Becke. 1-2. I like that check. Becke's got that rear check down beautifully. Or that cross check, I guess, is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you check with the rear leg.
Threw the uppercut in twice now. There's another right hand that's landed solid. Strong, strong hands from Moseki Beck.
Moseki Beck is just generating power with those whipping, looping punches. That lead left hook, though, from Berklid has landed 3 times. That was the 3rd time it's landed clean. Again, 3-2-3.
Yep.
Reply there from Berklid.
Yeah, good 4-shot combination there, but he's still walking forward, is Moseki Beck.
And both guys were so self-professed on the good vibes only, as I mentioned in the walkouts. But this has just been evil intentions. Power shot, power shot.
I'd love to see the stats for that one.
Absolutely. Significant strikes absorbed from both camps. And going back to the corner, it's tough to say if one is looking fresher than the other. Advice from Tom Brees in the corner to Moseki Becke. I'm guessing it's probably about timing and combinations. He probably wants the jab because he's going to have reach on Berklid, no doubt about it.
Sure, he's not using it though, he's just walking forward, isn't he? But he's dominant.
And absolutely powerful. The power generation of his, from his base and with the way that he whips those punches is exceptional. But Berklid is still in this fight. He's not backed away from a firefight whatsoever.
Yeah, we just saw that 2-3-2 combo there. He landed all of them and a couple of extras.
And Tom Brees calling for the jab, maybe even 2 or 3 jabs. Taking a look at the numbers. You said you were intrigued. They look relatively even.
Yeah. It's swaying slightly in favor of Moseki Beck, isn't it? And that's where we saw it.
Second of a scheduled 3 here at Cage Steel 31. Beautiful opener from Moseki Becke with the 3-2. Berklid backs off and then decides to go in maybe for a desperation shot here.
Yeah, I think he's caught him on the nose with that one, but that's locked him real tight. I think there's a bit of blood coming from the nose of Berklid there, and he's got him in a real tight hold.
Berklid forced to concede position. Becke holding on to the front headlock. Let's go. It looked like he was maybe thinking about a guillotine, but Berklid, is he going to try and play deep half here? I don't think that's the smartest idea.
No, he's got a big guy bearing down on top of him.
Well, Becke no doubt has power. There's been more than a couple of fighters in recent MMA history from Cameroon with big power. Of course, a heavyweight champion in Francis Ngannou or even Sokaju.
I was going to ask you a name to stop me from having to do it.
There's a couple. There's a couple that have had big power and some certainly memorable performances. What on earth is Berkeley going for? Potentially a calf slicer?
It looks like it, doesn't it? He's reaching down. Difficult to see what's going on from this angle.
Berkeley going fishing here, but I don't think on the agenda that he's going to have any hope of getting that. Nice frame from Beke. Stuff in the head, fighting position. Now's the time to posture and punch. Can Berkeley get a hold of the leg? The answer is no. Beke diving into the open guard of Berkeley. Lands a right hand. A dominant physical performance so far from Moseke Beke. Berkeley pushes up the legs. Berkeley on all fours. He is just eating some big punches here.
Yep. He's holding on now. I think he's dazed still from the shots he's taken earlier on, because I say his nose is open and he looks reddened around the face and eyes. Yeah, he took some big shots there.
Beke is sprawling and defending the takedown. I really like the decision making of this kid. You know, it's something we've seen from a couple of the debutants tonight. Callum George would be one.
Yep.
And they know when to use energy, and they know when to really kind of give that upper tier of energy expenditure, and when to rest and when to wait.
Sure. I mean, there's been a few making their debut, but very experienced. Oh, he needs to get out of that position there. Oh yeah, he's looking worse for wear now. The shake of his head there, he's not happy with his performance.
Well, Berkeley walks back to the corner, busted up. And Beke looks tired, no doubt about it. He's used energy, but putting your mind at ease might be a little bit easier in the Beke corner than the Berkeley corner at this juncture.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say he knows he's in control there. He's not really been troubled. He's walked through the strikes that have come his way.
Now, if you are in the corner of Beke, you have found success in the feet, you have found success in the mat. Where do you keep it in the third round?
Being a striking guy, I'd like to see him stay on his feet and use those long arms and legs that he's got to make it count and finish it off from standing.
If he gets tired, then take him down, right? If the opportunity opens up?
Yeah, I'd say his strengths are definitely in his stand-up.
And for Berkeley, stop fishing for random things and getting punched in the face, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think he has a win situation out of this. It's a shame because he's, oh, it's off. Finished.
Oh no, that's it. Stopped in between rounds 2 and 3. Moseke Beke making his debut tonight from Team Renegade gets the win.
Yeah, I mean, it was looking that way, wasn't it? 2 rounds down, some damage to the face. The corner have obviously said no.
Well, we knew he was busted up, courtesy of the handiwork of Moseke Beke, but you know what? The defense, I think, and the understanding of when to push the pace was the defining feature of this fight for Moseke Beke.
Yeah, I think he knew he was in control right from the off there. He was stronger in all departments. But yeah, fair play to Berkeley, because he came to fight, no doubt about it.
Yeah, and he hit him in the first round with some clean looping punches, but yeah, sometimes it's those trades that can be the undoing, and there's all smiles in the corner of Team Renegade.
Sure.
Who are loving every minute of it, right? Because that's the kind of damage over time that can edge the fight in your favor. Gary Patterson, we know the results. We'll make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of round 2, your doctor has brought a halt to the contest with your winner in the blue corner, Moseke Mukase Beke.
And that's the result. Moseke Beke along with a very celebratory corner. Has to be happy with that one. There's the numbers, brought to you by Oxify, 19 years of age, as we said, for Joel McArdle. 23 for Hamza Bamji. Big height and reach, though, for the Sapphire MMA product. Andy Nichols in charge. Blue corner for McArdle. Red corner for Bamji. McArdle looking for his first win, so too is Bamji, the debutant.
McArdle's tapping away with that jab, using it to measure so he can get the right hand, right leg working. Big overhand left, come back from Bamji there, and the knee goes in from McArdle. This one's set off at a hell of a pace.
You can see Bamji actually backing away after getting the connection on that knee. Uchimata game on tap for McArdle. Savage aggression, and you know what? Grips are good, right?
Yep.
You got to use it.
He's pressing his opponent up against the cage wall now. He's holding him in place there. Grating away on his back.
Over under there for Bamji.
Yep, the taller man is now been turned. Bamji's pushed his man back on the cage.
Forward pressure here from Hamza Bamji.
Double
Pick
leg.
the ankle, yes.
Quickly back to his feet from Joel McArdle, the Sapphire MMA man.
Oh, what a contest. What a battle here in the clinch between these two. McArdle is doing everything he can, actually, after being on the offense in the clinch, on defense, to negate the takedown attempt of Hamza Bamji. It's 50-50 all the way so far, Paul.
He's turned him back again, and a fire in the knees in now from Joel McArdle. That's a solid knee that went into Hamza Bamji there.
Stomps here from Hamza Bamji. McArdle just trying to keep his base correct. Can Bamji bump him and potentially get an opportunity here? The head pressure on the inside. Again, it's just a constant flux of grips, weight, balance, opportunity, and jeopardy.
It's to-ing and fro-ing, isn't it, at the moment? The little man is, the shorter of the man, sorry, not a little man, the shorter of the two men is pressing Joel up against the cage wall there. He's got a nice split, wide stance there.
Vertically challenged. Speak for yourself, though. I'm the short kid.
Yeah.
I'm the short kid. I never got picked on the basketball
I never
team.
meant little guy. I meant the smaller of the two. 45 seconds of the first round. This could go either way. That's a very even at the moment. Ooh, that knee's gone in again. Another attempt at it. It's made Hamza Bamji want to separate, and a high kick there from Joel McArdle.
Oh, it cannot be underemphasized. The energy used in that exchange, just a wild, tenacious, dig in the trenches and go for it type of encounter. Hamza Bamji, though, you get the feeling is looking to punch his way with a big overhand. There we go. That's what we were looking for.
I think he's hurt, to be honest. I think that was out of desperation because he's been picked off now by Joel McArdle. There's another jab to the face. He's found his distance at the end of that round there. I think the knee was a big part in that.
And what a scrap. What a scrap. How do you got that?
Oh, I'm with Joel McArdle and the Sapphire MMA man. I think he did enough there early on and towards the end. He's throwing out some head kicks. If one of those had connected, that would have been good night.
And taking a look at it, do you believe that he's going to now, after kind of testing at least the grappling, keep it standing?
I think Hamza Bamji must go back to the grapple, because if he stands on the outside with Joel McArdle, he doesn't stand a chance. He picked him off.
And that's what I meant about McArdle. Is McArdle going to keep it standing?
He should keep it out there, yeah, definitely.
You looking for volume or straight punches, or what's the go-to here?
Quality over quantity. Get the shot that counts. His timing is good. His distance is good. Hamza Bamji was on the back foot there, and well, the strikes are saying only 11-5. I had Joel McArdle a bit further in front than that.
And there are the numbers brought to you by our sponsor, Oxify. Shout out to Oxify. This is Cage Seal 31. And Andy Nichols there in the middle. Round 2 of a scheduled 3 more minutes on the clock. It is the super flyweights at 60 kilos. And an energetic Hamza Bamji On the balls of his feet.
Trying to bowl over that left hand again, but the straight ones are doing the work from Joel McArdle. Big kick from Hamza Bamji there, that landed. Straight right hand from Joel McArdle. Little scissor kick there.
Bamji switching up, booting him to the midsection twice. One connection clean, the other bit of a slap. And that's what you were looking for from McArdle, was just to kind of test the waters and use his reach.
Sure. Nice round kick to the body. Good reach out again. Nice step back there. Good evasion. Knee's gone in again, and Bamji closes the gap. Bamji, my apologies, because he sees he's been picked off.
And it's that weak side when you're open to your opponent like that. Both guys are exploiting it.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. With Hamza Bamji in the unorthodox stance, in the southpaw stance. McArdle using the left hand to reach out and landing the right. But again, Bamji's decided he don't want any more of them punches to the face, and he's closed him down.
Well, there has been no easy day in the office for either fighter right now. It has just been a blood and guts affair. I mean, minus the blood and guts, right? But it's been grueling.
Fortunately, yeah. Halfway through the second round, and it's both boys are starting to tire. Hamza Bamji is thrown a massive overhand left, and it's missed Joel McArdle. He's ducked out of the way of it. He's gone back to the jab again. Sensible.
Bamji's got bombs. Left again from Bamji. 3-2 on the counter there from McArdle, backing off. McArdle has just got to use his distance. He's got to use his reach to be able to find that mark.
You're absolutely right, yeah. He's swinging massive haymakers, but McArdle is throwing out the right stuff there, and Bamji closes the gap down again because he gets caught.
Got to be impressed with the will to overcome from Bamji.
Yeah, I thought he was wobbly for a second there. He ate those shots, and he looked like he had his chin sticking up in the air. Didn't know really where he was for a second, but he's managed to compose himself again.
Well, the test, the crucible continues, and perhaps a welcome moment of respite, because this has just been a wild, wild fight. I mean, again, like, it isn't like people are doing ninja stuff in there, right? But the actual grueling nature of having to go in there and fight equally in these positions, it's exhausting.
Sure. Hamza Bamji secures a takedown there with a little trip, I think it was. And again, two young lads, tight technique and in good shape as well.
Yeah, absolutely great shape. Like, there's being in good shape, and there's being in good shape for MMA, and it's a whole different energy usage. McArdle and Bamji, how you got that?
I got McArdle in front there. I'm still enjoying his work. Again, probably from a striker's perspective, but I'm enjoying what I'm seeing from Joel McArdle. His distance management is good. Yeah, I'm 2 rounds with him.
And Bamji obviously is considering his options right now. It was a better round, that last round for Bamji.
He was throwing out a few overhand rights. It stunk of desperation to me, trying to put his man away there. But yeah, he was swinging from the fences. And again, the technical work and the accuracy, that's what I'm looking for, is coming from the Sapphire MMA man.
He got the takedown, though. Bamji did. Too little, too late, but still.
Yeah, agreed. Too little, too late.
You know, sometimes
it's not going to swing the round for me. I
agree.
If it would.
I agree. Apologies to interrupt, but what I'm suggesting is that kind of mental proof of I can, that counts.
Sure. Let's see if he tries that in the third.
Bamji kicking again to the body. Triple time. 1-2. Short jab, following through on the 2 from McArdle. Bamji just again releasing with the kicks. He knows he needs to work some magic here and make something big in a very big way.
Patience from Joel McArdle. Stalking his man. There's that overhand left again from Bamji. It's not connecting. Ooh, and Hamza Bamji's traveling clockwise all the way into Joel McArdle's right hand. He hit it again.
Yeah, that's another thing I was kind of going to pick your brain about. There can be reasons to move into the power sometimes. You know, there's breaking the rules, and then there's breaking the rules, right? But It's been something to watch out for in this fight, guys walking into some of those punches.
Sure. I have my fighters switch their stances and go back in the opposite direction as often as possible in those situations.
What's the reasoning behind that? Can you elaborate?
Just don't like the right leg in the face and just don't like the right hand in your face, especially if you're in trouble as Hamza Bamji is right now. He needs to be away from his man. Check and change, always switch the direction, lean in, travel back, double check, go back the other way, keep him guessing.
And the stance swapping to provide a less than consistent target, no?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, Bamji's on the inside, under 90 seconds here on the clock. And he is fighting with desperation as Joe McArdle tries to pummel and regain an underhook. If Bamji could get a takedown, one has the feeling the skills are there to do something, but it's been too little too late in the last round, and it looks like it could be a mirror image of the same here.
Yeah, it is very similar, isn't it? He took a few big shots from Joel McArdle and decided to go in. The referee wants some more action from the two of them, and he's asking for something more in this last minute. Here's the separation. McArdle, good footwork, and there's the shots again.
McArdle finding the end of the straight punches here.
I wish he had a side kick.
Oh! Head kick there from McArdle. Skimming across the jaw of Hamza Bamji. Handy work there from McArdle. Jab. Bamji backing off. Bamji looks like he might be on ice skates here, Paul.
Yep, he's looking a little bit rocky there, isn't he? Look, oh, he's not protecting. There's that overhand left again. Again, he's desperate. He's getting picked off again. He's just got tagged. Oh, his chin's sticking out. Be careful, man. Hamza Bamji looks real tired. He's telegraphing that rear kick from the back. Joel McArdle's not having any of it.
Head kick again from McArdle. Bamji open for it. The hands were low. Mutual respect between both men, but it looks like there can only be one.
Yep, same for me. I'm the same shout there as you. Joel McArdle gets it for me. The man used his strengths the best he could.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we move to your judges' scorecards, all judges scored the bout 30-27 with your winner by unanimous decision. In the blue corner, Joe McArdle!
Joe McArdle has done it. Tail of the tape for this one. Brought to you by NPM Construction. Two 18-year-olds, identical. 175 centimeters, identical. Well, we know the edge and experience for Zach McGee. Touch of gloves. This one a featherweight contest. 3 3-minute rounds in Prospect.
Zach McGee there, moving his way around, measuring. They're both sizing each other up. Oof, overhand right from McGee straight away there. Catches Will Branch with a shot. Nice teep to the stomach. McGee looks like he's... nice spinning attempt there by Will Branch. Both very relaxed. Superman attempt. He's gone for the high kick. He slipped. He's gone over, and then you've got Zach McGee in a dominant position on him there. He's going to let him stand up.
Will Branch thinking about a leg entry off that head kick. Again, these guys seem extremely well-rounded. There was an awful lot of conversation about the skill level on display.
Yeah, I said they both look like they've been there. I mean, Zach McGee has. This is his 8th time. When he came into the cage again, he looked very experienced, very relaxed. A little teep to the chin there. Little head movement from Will Branch. Oh, nice combination round the corner.
Zach McGee going upstairs. Will Branch says, yes, I can do that too. What I loved about the setup, though, for the head kick from Zach McGee was just 2 short punches, like they were throwaway punches, right? The 1 and the 2 were nothing.
Yeah, but he traveled around the corner with it at the same time. Nice right hand from McGee. Oh, they're exchanging well, these two boys.
Well, Branch and McGee looking for angles here. Oh,
Clips.
short right hand lands.
There's the choke. He's got hold of his wrist. Nope.
Will Branch thinking about trying to find A fistful of a hand.
Oh, he's jumped up.
And a wrap around the neck. Did he get the grips? I thought he went barbell grip there.
Scramble sitter.
Can Will Branch regrip and find the guillotine he was looking for? Zach McGee TPing up, trying to relieve pressure on that neck.
He's really stacking it up there, isn't he, to relieve the pressure, like you say. Here's Zach McGee. It's a cracking round so far.
Highly technical, and you know what? Effortless. I would dare say effortless. Up go the legs from Will Branch. Trying to invert and maybe go K-guard. Can't get it. Up go the legs again. Active guard here from Will Branch. Zach McGee on top. What a round so far. Technical, technical, technical.
Yeah, both boys doing really well there. Oh, he's looking for the armbar as we get into the last few seconds.
Seconds to go here in the round, hipping into the arm lock. It was guard play through and through and through from Will Branch. How relaxed was every single piece of assault there, right?
Every piece of it. We got it.
Well, take us through the action, Paul. You know, I think we had something for everybody there. If you're a fan of the ground game, you got it. If you're a fan of the striking, you got it.
Those two boys were firing off at each other right from the off. Here we go. Let's have a little look. The southpaw stance from Branch. Oh, there's a little Superman attempt. This is just still feeling each other out in the early stages. There's the head kick and the fall.
Yeah, it was a head kick to a leg entry. Actually, we didn't get to see that in the replay, but even the Superman attempt, you could see he was actually thinking, is the cage behind me? No, 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 it's not.
Yeah, nothing to push off. Oh, that connected. Where'd you have that round, Chris?
I have no idea.
No, same as. It was very close.
I was kind of too busy just paying attention to the beautiful techniques on display. Maybe Will Branch, actually. He had the nearest finishing position with that arm lock.
He did. He did.
That being said, McGee did do some really good work on the feet. Whichever way the cookie crumbles, these two 18-year-olds giving us absolute eye candy here at the Doncaster Dome. Nice body kick a moment ago, slapping home for McGee. McGee with the accurate striking, kicking the inside of the leg. Flush with the left hand. Head movement in and out of the combination from Zach McGee. Shots from Will Branch suggests that hurt.
Yep, and he's letting him back up onto his feet as McGee. He's saying, no, come on back up here. We've got business to take care of on our feet. Oh, and there's some strong hands from McGee.
2-3 lands there from McGee. Right cross to a left hook. Again, following up with a kick. Will Branch is just shocked here.
Yeah, McGee's just throwing stuff out with intent. He's really trying to do damage every shot. That's a knee gone in there, and Will Branch felt that.
Branch bending over, was thinking about trying to pick up a takedown, but he just got cracked to the midsection with that knee. Measured and adjusted striking from Zach McGee in this round.
Yeah, he really is. He's turning it on now. It looks like he's trying to get a finish out of this one. He's got his man dropped down and he's just pounding him with a big shot there. He's saying, come on, let's get back up again.
Yeah, why would you go to the ground after the near disaster at the end of last round?
Zach McGee's corner telling him to take his time there and measure his shots, and he's dropped him with a big left hand, and that will be that.
Left hook, it all started with the left hook. He went left hook, right hand. Patience, accuracy, and a knockout performance there from Zach McGee tonight.
Yeah, the experience there really showed, didn't it? He was composed all the way through. He looked very calm, and he knew what he was going to do. He knew what his game plan was, and he's executed it perfectly. Fair play, Will Branch. He did really well there.
And here is the finishing sequence. Will Branch ate a right hand. Let's watch it. And McGee was just pumping the jab, waiting as Will Branch continued to press forward and eventually walked on to this combination, providing an opportunistic moment as Zach McGee flurried forward off that left hook to a right cross. Branch hit the deck.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 1 minute, 43 seconds of round number 2, your winner by knockout in the red corner, Zach McGee.
Angle, they're both in the cage. It's a welterweight dust-up. 40 years is a number that may stand out there. 40 placed 27 in the age bracket. 170 centimeters takes on 178. GB Top Team Midlands taking on Carlson Gracie Hull. This is the main card here at Cage Steel 31. Fullwood in the blue and Bean in the red. Bean straight to the grappling.
Yep, he's gone straight into it again, and he's looking for another really quick finish. This could be over in seconds. It's in real tight. He's picking him up off the ground with that now. Oh, it's going to come. It's going to come. Yep. Oh, no, he's fighting the hands now.
Will Bean looking for the standing guillotine choke. He's gone arm in. Fullwood is trying to fight the grips here. Will he be able to escape?
Yeah, we're only 25 seconds in, and it doesn't look like he's going to get out of that.
Jody Fullwood doing everything he can to try to break the grips.
Yeah.
There's the tap.
There's the tap.
There's the tap. Will Bean, like lightning here tonight at Cage Steel 31, a guillotine choke standing. Took some time to come on, but in the end, absolutely spectacular.
He just shot over there right from the first bell and had his way with Jody. I mean, fair play to the guy, like you say, period of inactivity. He's been out for 5 years, but Will is not messing about, man. He's straight onto it.
And here is the replay brought to you by Metro Rod, the standing guillotine. He had bites on that choke from the get-go. And it looked like Jody Fullwood was trying to maybe actually stand on the actual ring around the bottom of the cage, if you will, the foam. But he was unable to find a way out of that one. And it was two options, tap, tap, or night, night. And there another angle on the finish. You could see Bean just hipping into it. I mean, it's kind of an unorthodox finish, a standing guillotine with the arm in like that. Jody was doing the correct thing with trying to open up some breathing room, but he just had no answer. Gary Patterson knows the result. It's all but a formality at this juncture, and we'll throw it up to get the announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 41 seconds of round number 1, your winner by way of guillotine in the right corner, Will Bean.
Tail of the tape brought to you by Dagestan. 26 against 24, identical in heights. Two great gyms, and it's an international here at Cage Steel 31. 61.2 kilograms is the weight class. Afrim Thaqi from Frontline Muay Thai in Norway. Mo Zubair from Renegade. Zubair in the red corner, blue corner for Thaqi, and black shorts.
Yeah, Zubair popping a jab out early, gets the takedown on his man. They've both gone at it, a small exchange each, and now we're down on the ground.
Afrim Thaqi looking to pressure pass. And is able to clear the legs. Clearly been working on that jiu-jitsu game. Well, you could see from his ears he wasn't just a boxer, right?
Yep, that's true.
Tries to step into mount, blocked by Mo Zubair.
He's popped out.
Zubair fights for the underhook. Can he find some way back in? Nice, throws up the legs. Oh my goodness. Afrim Thaqi potentially in a fight-ending position, releases the neck. Educated and seamless offense so far for Team Norway.
Yeah, sure. Like you said, frontline Muay Thai is not everything they're practicing over there in Norway. Because this boy is, he's looking like trouble.
Well, Thaqi does have quite a few wins via decision. You know this guy has the cardio to keep up a pace in a fight. Gets the body triangle to the back. Mo Zubair walks him over to his corner. I like it. That's at least a smart level of cage awareness. Even if you're in a compromising position and the guy commits to it, you can walk him right up to your corner.
Sure, you can get the best advice from there of how to get out of it. That body looks is tight.
Back control here from Afrim Thaqi. Can he take the mount? Potentially converting to a head and arm choke here. All of Mo Zubair's losses via stoppage are via choke, and he loses again. Had an arm choke, an arm triangle for Afrim Thaqi. The kickboxing was not a factor in the end.
No, not at all. Not at all. He's up side of the cage there now. Yeah, Afrim Thaqi surprised everybody there because obviously the Renegade Jiu-Jitsu man was controlled.
Let's take a look at it. Thaqi had all kinds of pressure on the feet, fast jab to a 2. There, a really nice attempt there from Mo Zubair to catch a sweep. If nothing else, create a scramble and escape. Thaqi stayed with it, threatened mount, found a home for grips, palm to palm. Actually, he was grabbing his wrist there. Look at the pressure driving forward. I mean, he didn't even walk the clock. But sometimes when a choke is on like that, it is on. And those head and arm chokes, you know, those blood chokes, they come on so quick. You've got seconds.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 2 minutes, 10 seconds of round number 1, your winner by way of head and arm choke. In the blue corner, Afrim Thaqi.
Here we go.
And there is the numbers. The tail of the tape brought to you by Grizz Energy Gum. It's a super welterweight affair. 79.4 kilograms is the weight class. Older man from Carlson Gracie Hull. Taller man from Carlson Gracie Hull. But will the return of Helke Eiter be as spectacular as it's been 2 in a row so far? Jack Oxley making his debut. Eiter inside with the over-under, with the head pressure.
Yep. You've got Helge there firing in the knees early. But Jack Oxley came out with a right hand there and then Abdo pushed his man back and he's controlling him from here. I thought we'd have seen more boxing come from Jack.
I agree. But if you're Helke, maybe where you're good everywhere, you press this against the less experienced grappler, right?
Sure. But Jack's put another nice knee in there and another one following up. There's the response from Helke.
Eiter. Happy to stay on the tie-up so far. Again, that fight for head position so important.
Testing each other out earlier up against the fence. We're a minute in. Both scrambling for the takedown. Vicious knees to the thigh by Helke Eiter.
Oxley and Eiter continued to tussle here and was ostensibly a 50-50 position until a moment ago. But then again, the pummel. It's all about the pummel here, right? Fighting for the underhooks. Eiter with the head movement. Oxley forward pressure. Boxing and then a takedown attempt. Wow, again, you know, you mentioned it. Oxley seemingly wants this.
Yep, it looks that way. He had his chance to strike there. He took a nice leg kick from the Icelandic fighter. But yep, chose to shoot in and take him down to the ground.
Up kicks here from Eiter. It's probably been the more difficult 2 minutes of his cage steel career thus far. Jack Oxley has proven to be no slouch. If there were betting lines in this fight, one might have looked at it based upon the tape so far. Eiter's had highlight reel.
Sure. I think he landed that up kick there. There was a massive slap. I didn't quite see if it connected on Jack Oxley.
Eiter with the guard, spinning for the arm lock. Limp arm escape here from Jack Oxley. Is able to do it. Now goes front headlock control.
Corner shouting for the knee to come in. They're asking him for separate. He's not having any of it. He's going to take him down again.
Oxley considering high crotch, letting go. Dirty boxing here from Oxley. Eats a right hand on the exit. Oh, Eider connects. That was a flush right on the button. You can see Oxley back off and a low blow. A low blow.
Yeah, that was right on the sound of the buzzer, wasn't it?
It's one of those where the coach is quite clearly asking, do I get more than 60 seconds here? I've never seen that before, one right there on the bell. I mean, quite literally, right?
On the bell.
So is it 60 seconds or is it 5 minutes, right? You get 5 if it was MMA.
Let's see what the ref says about that.
Yeah.
Have they asked him?
I think they were talking to him a moment ago about that exact predicament.
Right. There was a lot of leaning and going on, pushing and pulling at the end there. I don't think that was intentional in any way. Nope, no, they're not giving him any extra rest.
Well, chucked into the deep end of the pool, we thought Jack Oxley might be, but so far I've got him up in this fight rather comfortably.
I've got him in front as well. He's got a round in the bag there. Big, heavy, deep breath there from Helke Eiter. Straight back to business with a right hand from Jack Oxley.
Pinpoint accuracy there from Oxley, finding the home for the right. And that waltz up the ladder for Helke Eiter seemingly has evolved perhaps a step up in competition.
Yeah, it seems that way, doesn't it? Because he's got his hands full now with the Carlson Gracie Hull boy. Ooh, put that in with some intent now.
Eiter trying to return the favor of the knee. Eats one in return from Jack Oxley. It's a fight for over-unders, the same thing we saw in the last round.
Sure.
Both guys trying to bump each other there in those positions and just on the separation. I like Oxley being busy in and out of that transition in the clinch. It's a smart maneuver.
Yeah. I thought he was going to increase the gap there and let some of those long hands go, but he's intent on showing everybody his wrestling game.
Punches on the inside from Oxley. Do you think Eider is slightly surprised at the game plan? I don't think he was expecting this.
No, it appears not, does it?
Like you would go in looking at this guy's resume and think he's going to box with me. But so far it's been dirty boxing almost at most.
Sure. And it's not the most entertaining of fights right now, but yep, he's doing enough. He has his back now.
Well, Oxley has absolutely shut down the flamboyant striking that we've seen from Helke Eiter in previous episodes of Cage Steel. And thus far, it's been a clean sweep.
Yeah, Helke got a chance to show off his spinning hook kick, but it missed. And Jack's punished him since. Looks like he's going to take him down again.
I feel like there's a strength advantage as well from Oxley.
He looks big, doesn't he?
Eider has had zero success in breaking the grips. And he's worn him like a wet blanket for really 5.5 minutes, 5 minutes, say?
Yep.
Well, Oxley continues to press the action and continue to stick to the blueprint here. 10-second clapper. And Eider just has no way out of the scenario. The end of a round. Mr. Lynch, your views.
Helke's looking real disappointed with himself, his body language as he makes his way back to his corner. He's not happy. Cain Morrow and the Carlson Gracie team come in there, they look upbeat. It looks like everything's going to plan for their man.
Well, taking a look at the expectations, you know, a lot of people I know are watching in Iceland, and a lot of people have their eyes on the rather meteoric rise here in Doncaster of Helge Eiter. As Dom said actually earlier, you know, people in Doncaster know who this kid is. But right now, Oxley is has been meticulous, really.
Doing a job. He's doing a job on him.
And he did his homework, right, in a surprising fashion, because I think a lot of times you walk into these fights where you kind of know what you're up against, and the numbers don't look that impressive, but so far Jack Oxley has been nothing short of impressive.
Agreed, yeah. Another big deep breath there from Helge as he starts the third round. Jack looks light on his toes, composed. Spring in his step.
Third and final round. Is Helge Eiter absolutely down in this fight, trying to find a way in, deep breaths, as you said, Paul. And Jack Oxley continues what has been a punishing effort thus far.
He's mauling his man. We're 20 seconds in, he's landed 4 good knees on him already in this round. Yeah, he's relentless.
And it's been the kind of effort so far that has been designed to do one thing, and that is make you quit.
Sure. I don't see any quit in the RVK man. He's throwing some stuff now. Yeah, he knows he's got some work to do. He's wading forward. And there we go. He's down.
Eiter throws a kick. And Oxley responds, charging forward. Oxley on top. Active guard here from Eiter. Eiter trying to find some daylight here. Up kick here from Eiter. It's a dangerous guard for sure. Back up to his feet. He knows these last minute and 45 seconds are perhaps the only lifeline he has in this contest.
Yeah, he took a real chance there, getting up right in front of Jack Oxley. Jack didn't take advantage of it. They both slowed now significantly into the third round.
Oxley gets the duck under. Eiter holding on. Let's see what Oxley does with it. Struggling to get the pickup.
Chipping away. Jack Oxley chipping away. Little punches to the body, little rabbit punches.
A surprising game plan, but perhaps when we looked at where Jack Oxley was training. Oh, no! No, no, no. You know, I don't think that that was intentional.
Nope.
I think it's just a matter of really two things. One, Oxley's a pretty tall guy. His waist, like if you look at the way that they're connected in those positions,
sure,
he's a good deal taller. And it's tough to see sometimes when you're fighting the clinch like that, you're actually fighting on muscle memory, right? Like you're targeting those strikes. Let's take a look at it. I mean, yeah, naughty.
Yeah. Oh, no, it was high for me. It was in the right place for me.
Was it?
Yeah,
Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it.
Not on this camera angle. Have a look on the other camera angle. Watch this camera angle. It's good. That's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Yikes. Instant replay suggests that that was on target. Well spotted, Paul Lynch. It looked like it might have skimmed the cup on the way up, but for me it landed on the right side of right.
Yeah. Maybe looking for a bit of an excuse. Don't tell the RVK man I said that. I don't want all of Iceland after me. But I think he needed a break there.
You know, it very well could have skimmed the cup. Let's take a look at it. Did it? Yeah, it skimmed the cup. That's the thing. It skimmed the cup, 100%. It landed on target. I'm going to go out there and say that it actually traveled along the tip of the cup, which can almost be worse depending on what gets trapped. So this commentary bench has kind of gone back and forth on the call, but we've got the luxury of instant replay. I'm going to say that was an uncomfortable knee no matter which way you added up.
Yeah, agreed.
But well spotted on the kind of end point being onside.
Yeah, it was the lean, wasn't it? Like you said, it was the front of his shin that ran up this cup. Jack Oxley's on him quickly again, letting hands go.
Well, a valiant performance here from Helke Eiter, undoubtedly, no matter the result. But so far, Jack Oxley has had a game plan, cooked up, oven ready, and has deployed it meticulously, in my view, apart from a couple of fouls.
Sure. And as the round comes to an end, I think, and the fight comes to an end, I think we've got a definite winner in this case. I think he's just outworked him. He's just out-roughed him up, and like I say, he's carried out his game plan to perfection. Oh.
Nice takedown there from Oxley. Eiter actually thought about trying to ride it and maybe leak up and threaten a guillotine. But like you said, I mean, it's been a punishing performance, but I also think taking the fight to close range. Eiter wasn't comfortable at that zone, right? And for me, a lot of MMA is about choosing where you engage, where you stage your offense, for example, or the zoning, if you will. And that zone, Eiter was uncomfortable, for lack of a better description.
Yeah, I've got to agree with you. I think Jack had obviously seen footage of Helke before and thought, with those turning kicks and the spinning kicks and the high head kicks, I'm not having any of it. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to wear him out, grind him down. And yeah, apart from the unfortunate knee there, again for me, yeah, it's difficult from that angle. He certainly didn't mean it, but I think the fight was already way in his favour by then. It was just the end there.
And there you go, the replay, brought to you by Grizz Energy Gum. Thank you very much to our sponsors here at Cage Steel 31. We hope you're enjoying the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we move to your judges' scorecards, your winner by unanimous decision, in the right corner, Jack Oxley.
56 kilos.
In the featherweight division, Jack Stevenson is looking for a win after a very controversial loss last time at Cage Steel 30. He's just 18. He's taking on a 30-year-old who's got a background in boxing, potentially a stand-up affair. This one brought to you by Prospect House Farm, our official sponsor here at Cage Steel 31. Touch of gloves, Stevenson and Parton. Stevenson in the red corner, Parton in the blue.
Tight guard, Stevenson. Nice leg kick though from Kyle Parton. He's sitting with a few shots there. In comes the knee. Ooh, swung back at him, and they're both having it right in the middle.
Parton talked about that left hook being the game changer, the equalizer, the ultimate atomic bomb. He might have just given up his neck here to Stevenson.
He throws it with his chin sticking right out though, and that's why he's just grabbed him by the neck.
Well, Stevenson looked to really play the points game last time. It did not go his way. The whole leaving it in the hand of the judges thing. Yikes. An open palm, perhaps. And that looked bad.
Let's see if the fingers were pointing forward. The referee's going to give him a minute.
Here is the official replay, brought to you by Prospect House Farm. Yeah, you could see the hands. He was absolutely posting. I think it sort of swiped down his left arm. I think it was the open palm slightly. Yep, there we go.
Yeah.
Uncomfortable. Certainly unintentional, but it's part of the rules, right?
Sure. Both boys ready to go again. And they're off, sitting in the pocket and trying to throw that massive left hook, but again, with the chin sticking up like that, Stevenson's throwing spinning kicks. And Parton is in trouble.
Parton potentially giving up his back. He was swinging for the bleachers with that left hook. Jack Stevenson, we talked about the finishing instincts for this young kid. He wanted nothing more Then they get a win in style here at Cage Steel 31. That rear naked choke. The door is wide open.
Yeah, he's ready to go there. It looks like he's got the arm underneath his chin. He's locking it in with the other one he's tapped.
And he's squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Jack Stevenson is back in style here in Doncaster, and he does it with a rear naked choke.
I thought he tapped once already there. I saw his hand was going. That's why I almost called it there. But yeah, a couple of seconds later, the ref was in on it.
Well, Kyle Parton walked into this one with the assumption it would be an all stand-up affair, but tonight, the submission grappling was the ultimate equalizer.
Yeah, I thought he did really well there. And again, Kyle looked a little bit desperate. He was, like you say, he was swinging from the bleachers. Look at that. And again, wading forward, striding, step over with swinging punches, took the knee, and there's the finish.
And the takedown opportunity was really just from a couple of missteps. But Stevenson, no hesitation to try to take the back. You can see he only had one hook in. Locked up. Yeah, you mentioned the tap. I thought there might have been one there as well.
Yeah, it was. It definitely was there the first time.
Or was he trying to strip the grip? Either way, Lee Follen steps in. The official fight replay brought to you by Prospect House Farm. A submission for Jack Stevenson, who I will vividly remember as being frustrated to the nth degree after his last fights. Well, there's one way to get the right way, and that is to take matters into your own hands. Gary Pattison will give us the announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 1 minute 36 seconds of round number one, your winner by way of rear naked choke in the right corner, Jack Stevenson.
Jack Stevenson with a pop from the crowd here, getting the victory. Perhaps the heated tensions resolved. This, the tale of the tape, though, for this showdown. And it's brought to you by Continental Gold, identical in age. A little bit of a height advantage there for Cain Morrow. It's a last-minute opponent swap. Stephon Earle from Renegade Jiu-Jitsu is coming in to fight Cain Morrow from Carlson Gracie in Hull. Leif Follen in charge. Stephon in the blue corner, Cain in the red.
Nice controlled movement there by Cain. Steps into a rhythm. Has a cheeky right hand though by Stephon Earle. Again, he's trying to throw one over the top there.
Morrow looking to use a little bit of lateral footwork. Throws a single kick there, caught by Stephon Earle. Maybe looking to try to clear the guard with that control. Very nice. Throws the legs, goes one way, goes the other. Cain Morrow on his back.
Yep, so he's not getting the striking that he wanted. But of course, that's what you're going to expect from a guy like this.
Cain Morrow, big brother's his way into position. Using that overhook to actually almost just kind of wrestler's roll Stephon Earle. Earle, though, showing he's got power and strength too, drags him back down to the canvas.
Yeah, he did really well there, didn't he, to re-establish his position on the ground. Cain's posting, trying to get back up again.
It was almost surprising how quickly Cain was able to get back up, and Stephon said, I got other ideas.
Yep.
Well, according to the insider intel, this was not part of Cain Morrow's game plan, having just given his back up.
Oh, he's in trouble.
Stephon Earle, not quite the clean level of grips he would have wanted with that figure four. Cain Morrow in jeopardy here. A potential rear naked choke on tap. Stephon Earle tries to convert to palm. Cain Morrow fighting those grips. Will he be able to survive?
There's a minute to go in this round, and it looks like he is in a lot of trouble. He's fighting the hands, like you said, but that's locked in pretty tight.
It looks locked tight. Can Stephon Earle get the choke? He's gone 3-4 times, trying again and again and again to get the submission win. On short notice, what a win this would be.
Cain again, pulling on that 2-on-1 on that right arm. I think he's going to get out of it. He's up, he's getting up.
Morrow able to find his way out of serious adversity here. Stephon Earle wasn't able to really get the correct grips. It looked like the arm was actually almost completely underneath the chin multiple times, and even kind of behind the arm. I mean, there's even the possibility of finishing that with one arm.
He's locked in again on it now with 10 seconds to go. Can he survive?
Oh, this is desperate times for Cain Morrow, and a gigantic window of opportunity for Stephon Earle. You mentioned the game plan was striking for Cain Morrow, and that game plan wasn't even in prospect.
No, it was nullified, wasn't it, by Stephon Earle, who's really showed. He's got some stuff there as the boy. He did really well. The leg kick came in, he caught that through an overhand right and took Cain down to the ground. Yeah, it was a good lesson.
And there's the replay brought to you by Continental Gold. It was all Stephon Earle on this contest, going for the rear naked choke. Cain Morrow going 2-on-1 a couple of times. There we see the 10-finger grip. It looked like Stephon Earle was very, very close to getting the finish. One takedown, multiple submission attempts, 3 apparently secured according to the preliminary fight stats, brought to you by Fight Geek.
He did well to get out of that, didn't he, Cain? I'm glad he's got the second round. Maybe he can start again now and see if he can get his striking going.
And taking a look at the corners, everybody knows what's up. And it was a quick night on duty for Cain Morrow last time around. 11 seconds?
12 seconds last
12
week,
seconds.
yeah.
3 minutes deep into this contest, 3 more minutes on the round 2 of scheduled 3. This, Morrow versus Earle, lightweight mixed martial arts at 70.3 kilograms. You're watching Cage Steel 31.
Yeah. Cain Morrow looks like he's a little bit more hesitant to go forward now. He's measuring his strikes. He's thrown a couple of leg kicks in there. He looks tired.
3-2 combination.
Oh, he takes Stephon Earle down this time.
Earle was able to, look, did he get double unders on him? No, I think it was an over-under. Morrow able to use that overhook and leverage his way into this position.
What can Cain Morrow do in this second round now to try and even it up?
For lack of a better term, did Stephon Earle blow his wad, right? Like he really went in there really early, hard. And I'm kind of surprised at how quickly Cain was able to get this position on him.
Yeah, sure. Maybe he is. Maybe he's put everything into the first round in those 3 submission attempts.
Yeah, there's definitely some arm dexterity involved. You don't just punch yourself out in this game, right?
Yeah, right. Cain's holding top position. He definitely looks like the fitter of the 2 boys in this round so far.
Morrow looking to posture here, walk his way forward, forcing Stephon Earle into the cage. Stephon Earle with good grips here. 1 butterfly hook in play, potentially reaching for a leg. Morrow just posturing, waiting, forcing the opening of the position. And this is where the difference sometimes between a full fight camp and a last-minute call-up can begin to unfold. The chef with just strong hips here, pinning the arm of Stephon Earle, looking to maybe start to get some punches in with that left arm.
Yeah, he is. He's coming in, he's chipping away at him and they're holding him in that position. We've got less than 45 seconds in this round. Is he just going to stay there? No, he's going to try and bail. Stephon Earle is back on his feet, being pressed against the cage wall. Cain looks much better in this round.
Yeah, it was kind of a wake up and smell the coffee moment, wasn't it?
Yeah, agreed. He had to do something there to pull this back.
They're jockeying for position here. Stephon Earle going below the waist. Morrow trying to defend. shielding with the knee, resets his base, head inside, on the single going to the double. Can't get the grips, is Stephon Earle. Tied up.
Yeah, around a piece, I'd say.
19-19 unofficially here. And Cain Morrow, who is not known to be a fighter getting to the third round, let's put it that way, has found himself in a very tough test against Stephon Earle on short notice. We talked about the emotions, the heating of the weigh-ins, shall we say?
Yeah.
And this has been a heated contest.
It has, yeah. It is. Well, Stephon looks like he's the one who's struggling, but he's took the fight on late notice. Yeah, it's looking that way. He's kind of doubled over there in the corner.
When there's one fighter bent over and the other one upright, sometimes that's an indicator.
Yeah, the body language does say a lot about it there. Cain Morrow first on his feet.
Here are the numbers brought to you by Continental Gold. It's the preliminary fight stats powered by Fight Geek.
Yeah, there we go, 15 shots to the head. That must have all been in the clinch though, to be honest. I don't think any of them were really significant, like power strikes, just the two.
Leif says, let's go. 3 of 3, 3 more minutes on the clock. Will it go the distance? Or will we see a vintage finish from Earle or Morrow?
Ooh, spinning kick attempt by Cain Morrow there. He landed a hook in the early part of the round, in the early seconds.
It's one of those where if you're Cain Morrow, you might be thinking, I got this guy tired, he gets sloppy, I find my home run. But yeah, Earle, go on, sorry.
I was just saying there's no quitting Earle at the moment. He's pushing forward and he's got himself into trouble with Cain here. But yeah, he didn't look like he was about to capitulate in any way. He went wading in there.
That was exactly what I was going to say. Earle, I think, knew he had this opportunity to really go for, I don't want to say go for broke, but get the fight into the wheelhouse.
Sure. He's in a good position now. Cain's got to get back on his feet again if he can.
Nice pass. Earle able to clear the legs. Morrow actually was, I think, trying to concede actually the takedown partially. His hips did go to the floor, but he had a good fight on the grips. Stephon Earle and Cain Morrow are locked up here. Can Morrow end up on top? Yes, he can.
Yep, fired the knee in there and then took his man down to the ground. I think he's doing really well at the moment now. I think he's definitely come back after that bad first round. Still anybody's halfway through this third round.
What you're looking for here is some significant strikes potentially from either of these top positions. Earle really didn't have much, in my view. And Morrow looks like he might have just secured mounts. But just as I say that, beautiful, beautiful counter. The right decision, I think, by Stephon Earle to use what he had left to try to find his way back up to the upright and drive forward. Sure. But how do you score this round?
Yeah, it's a difficult one to score, there's no doubt about it, because they're toing and throwing. Cain's in the dominant position again now, Cain Morrow. He's postured up there and he's managing to land a few shots.
And that might be the differentiator here in a round where very few punches were thrown. An absolutely brutal affair here between Cain Morrow and Stephon Earle. 25 seconds to go. Morrow on top, who wanted oh so badly to use that striking, who wanted to be able to find another highlight reel, but he was unable to do it in the end. Seemingly going the full 3 rounds against Stephon Earle. Back take here for Morrow. Seconds left. Can he get both hooks into play? There's the bell.
Out of time. But yeah, he seems confident. He's come over to his corner. Stephon Earle's took a while to straighten himself up there. But Cain, yep, he looks like he's got that one and he's confident.
Here is the replay, brought to you by Continental Gold. Take me through it, Paul Lynch.
Oh, he tried the spinning kick there. He tried the CLS special. It didn't come off. But here he is in a strong position, firing the knees in there. He really came around in the third round, and like you said earlier on, the benefit of a full camp could definitely have played its part in the late stages there.
The LS special.
Charlie Lynch Spence.
Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, CLS.fight team. Find him on Instagram.
Anything more?
The kid's a diamond.
Any relation?
Yeah, it's my son.
All right.
Joe Rogan's into him.
All right. We heard about that.
That's all I'll say. Yeah.
We heard about that. All right. Well, you saw some numbers a moment ago. Continental Gold. Thanks again to all of our sponsors and the sponsor of this fight in particular. Stephon Earle is absolutely exhausted in the corner. Cain Morrow, you know, visibly the fresher fighter, and we did think that potential training camp could be a factor.
Yeah, he's gasping for breath. I don't think it's disappointment, that body language. He is breathing real heavy.
Lee Fallon wants him in the center. Gary Patterson is just up the stairs here. The scorecards are in. Probably a 29-28. We'll find out for sure momentarily.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we move to your judges' scorecards, each one of your judges has scored the bout 29-28 with your winner by unanimous decision. In the right corner, Cain the Chef Morrow.
Cain Morrow has done it. He's done it, and he's done it the hard way here tonight. I tell you, Stephon Earle walked into this contest and showed he was here to do the business. But in the end, the chef gets a 5-star review. Tail of the Tape brought to you by RCD Electrical Yorkshire. It's a professional lightweight title at 70 kilograms, 30 plays 31.
Yorkshire, and is a professional bout of MMA held in the lightweight division, and will be fought over 3 5-minute rounds, and is for the Cage Steel British lightweight title. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening, so without further ado, for the thousands in attendance, for those watching around the world on pay-per-view, are you ready? It's showtime! Introducing first into the blue corner, this fighter is 30 years of age, stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. He hails from Leeds and fights out of Mike Tobin's gym. He is a 3 times BKB champion with a professional record of 8 wins, 4 losses. In the blue corner, Scott the Mute Mchugh. And across the cage in the right corner, this fighter is 31 years of age, stands at 5 feet 9 inches tall. He hails from Sheffield via Dagestan. He fights out of Manchester, top team with a record of 5 wins, 1 loss. In the right corner, Umakhan, the Scorpion, Ibragimov. When the action begins, your referee in charge is Mr. Andy Nichols.
Andy Nichols bringing these two together. Scott Mchugh, the Lion, taking on Umakhan Ibragimov, the Scorpion. Mchugh coming into this one. It's a super fight. The title is on the line at 70.3 kilograms, 3 5-minute rounds in prospect potentially. He's a bare knuckle fighter with a mean streak in the kickboxing and Muay Thai world. Only a couple of fights in MMA, but Ibragimov is a dangerous man, making the return to mixed martial arts after a year's layoff.
Yeah, Scott's making his way forward there, catches and counters. That left hook of his is dangerous. Ooh, fast and hard. Yep.
Trading in the pocket there. There were alternating hooks from both fighters. Mchugh taken down very quickly by Ibragimov. We didn't know whether or not the wrestling was going to be a factor in this fight, but why would Ibragimov make it a 50-50 standing with Mchugh? Mchugh turning away. Ibragimov just tons of one-way traffic, and that'll do it. It's a stunning and easy win for Umakhan Ibragimov. Scott Mchugh chucking heavy leather there right from the get-go. Ibragimov was happy to oblige only up until a point.
I think a lot of those shots were covered up by Scott Mchugh there. I just think he just doesn't know how to get back up off the ground again. Covered up, and yeah, the ref wasn't having any of it. But look at Scott saying, there's nothing wrong with me.
Here's the official replay brought to you by RCD Electrical. Lead kick there from Ibragimov, working his way into the pocket. Mchugh backs off, up to the fence, going body, body, head, head. We didn't get to see the takedown, but this is where the fight unfolded. Knee on belly. Tons of punishment there from Umakhan Ibragimov, and the Scorpion taking out the Lion.
Yeah, I don't think they were getting through. A lot of it's on the hands, and again, there's not a mark on Scott's face. Right on the forearms there, but again, he's not trying to get up.
And that's the thing. There was no intelligent defense. Andrew Nichols giving him an opportunity there, and of course some verbal instruction to improve his position, show intelligent defense. None of that was on tap.
He's not practicing it, is he? If he's not practicing it, he won't prepared.
Well, that's the results from RCD Electrical, the official replay, our sponsor here. That is the super fight, and that man right there, Umakhan Ibragimov, will get the title. Here's Gary Patterson.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 45 seconds of round number 1, and your winner by TKO, and the new Cage Steel British lightweight champion, Umakhan the Scorpion Ibragimov.
Tail of the tape, and it's brought to you by EcoSmart UK. England taking on England. Haynes Promotions against Franco's Boxing Gym. Height advantage for Denovan. Record advantage for Denovan. Youth on the side of Ali. Leif Allen in charge. It's cage boxing. It's at 80 kilograms. It's 3 2-minute rounds in Prospect. Chris and Paul with you here. Hope you guys are enjoying Cage Steel. A few marquee fights. It's the dessert. We've had the main card, the main course. We had the undercard and the appetizers. And Ali and Denovan promising a nice little shootout at the OK Corral, right, Paul?
Absolutely. Shazib never often gets to fight anybody who's the same height or shorter than him, so he's vicious body shot there by Jake Denovan. He moves real well, popping the jab out. Big uppercut from Jake there. Again, Shazib, he's a tough boy. Good guard, chin down, shoulders up.
Denovan digging with the uppercut. Left hook on the pivot. Shazib, Ali rolling with the punches, working his way inside. Hook right over the top of the guard. It's kind of unique. I know we've been enjoying a lot of MMA tonight, but there is a little bit of a difference in the calculation of the exchanges between, well, two boxers.
Sure. Shazib's falling forward. I think he wants to get involved in the fight, but he's been drawn in by Jake Denovan at the moment. Landed a decent jab there.
Both guys fairly balanced though, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah. It's going to be different to Shazib. I'm sure this is the first time he's fought boxing in a cage. He's popping forward with his 1-2.
Yeah, the geometry is a little bit different.
Change of stance there from Jake Denovan from Rico Franco's club.
Talk to me about Rico Franco.
Oh man, he's a tough cookie. I say he's on tonight. I saw him fight in a triangle in
BYB.
In BYB, man. Denovan picking his shots now, killing that body. Shazib stepped out of that, didn't want much more of it.
How do you got it?
Yeah, 1-0 to Jake there. There's a good round for him. Kyron here with Tristan Haynes. Kyron is a very good fighter. Out last week, really good result.
Well, Jake Denovan, again, is 5-0. And may very well be the favorite in this contest, but Shazib Ali was hanging 10. Let's take a look at it. Here's the replay brought to you by EcoSmart UK.
Yeah, tight guard from Shazib. The uppercut got through there, but he's trying to throw the body shots out, and again, threw a little hook punch back. Maybe overbalanced, a lot of weight on the front foot there, got him caught. But there, that's success. And again, like I said, he's not used to fighting people the same size as him. Oh, that shot. That's money. And again.
Taking a look at the numbers, preliminary fight stats, powered by Fight Geek, and again, brought to you by EcoSmart, our sponsor here at Cage Steel 30.
It looks close, doesn't it?
It does.
Maybe edged. that round by Jake.
Yeah, particularly with the really clean contact that we saw in a few of them, the digs to the body and so on. 2 of a Schedule 3. These cage boxing fights are a sprint. Donovan with the tie-up. Ali on the back foot, eats a left hook.
Yeah, big right hand as well. I caught up with Shazeb this week. He told me he thought he was going to be on early in the proceedings. When I saw him tonight, he's quite shocked that he's on so late.
Is that hard?
Yeah. Kind of messes you up a little bit. But again, that's up to his corner. Tristan will get wise to that next time and get the running order early. Shazeb don't look troubled. He's doing all right.
Well, Donovan operating with comfort as well. Doubling up on the jab. Attacking the guard. And looking to find some way around it, potentially with that right. And the body, of course, was open multiple times earlier. Donovan exploited that. Left hook on the finish of the combination there. Also looking very good for Jake Donovan.
Yeah. Shazeb's looking a little tired now, a little ragged as he takes another left hook to the body. And Jake Donovan's looking for that liver shot. A swinging right hand over the top there from, oh, he lands one as well. Success coming back.
Shazeb Ali's got some game left in the tank. He landed the rights.
Yep, I told you, again, he's not going to capitulate. He's a tough kid.
Yeah, definitely not caving in so far. Shazeb Ali in this fight. Jake Donovan. Oh, he ate an uppercut there. Popped his head back like a Pez dispenser.
Yeah, good shot. And again, he knocked him off guard out of Jake Donovan.
And a nod from Shazeb Ali lets you know, I can do this too.
So they take a couple of seconds break in the proceedings to clean up Jake Donovan's mouth guard. It's back in, and the referee has a word with Shazeb. He's not breathing heavy or anything. He's still in this.
Was it a check to see if he was still okay? Or was it about an infraction? I couldn't tell.
Shazeb goes first. He's starting to grow into the fight now.
Jab straight down the middle for Donovan. 2-3, nothing but air. Dig to the body. Ali kind of breaks it. Close round.
Yeah.
Closer round, right?
Yeah, definitely closer. But again, on the clean shots, I'm going to go with Jake. But again, don't rule Shazeb out in this third round.
He had his moments.
He did. Yeah, he popped the head right back, didn't he?
And here is the tale of round 2, brought to you by EcoSmart UK. Mr. Lynch, give me some sage advice.
Don't get hit with any of them. That's the best thing, is just avoid getting hit with them kind of shots all the time.
So why are we seeing these guys in the pocket? Pride?
Say again, sir?
Why are we seeing these guys in the pocket? No one really backing off. I mean, there's a little bit of rolling with it. But
they're pressing in on each other. They're swinging for the fences, but that's desperation. He knew he needed that. Oh, look how close that is there.
Is it ego? Is it pride? Is it kind of bragging rights?
No, it's pride. It's he's waited all day. He's prepared for this. I know he's prepared hard as well. Like I say, they train in my gym, and he's got some good sparring partners up there. And again, he's going to show his teammates that he's put 100% in. Fair play to him. Did I mention he trains at Leeds Martial Arts?
I'm wearing a hat right now. What does it say?
Love it. It says Team LMA.
All right, third and final round here. It's cage boxing. It's at 80 kilograms, and Donovan looking to go 6-0. Ali looking for a 5th win. It's the super welterweights, and this is Cage Steel 31.
Shazeb's got to time his entries there, because Jake's looking to catch him on the counter. Don't get reckless. Don't get reckless. Stiff jab each. Nice.
A little bit of showboating there from Donovan. Shazeb Ali is absolutely still in this contest. The right, again, it seems that Donovan's left is a little bit low sometimes. The trajectory of the jab is nice on the out, but it's the coming back, isn't it?
Yep. Shazeb does finish strong. I say he's got plenty in the tank. He's pressing the pace in this third round. I don't know if it's too little too late, but Yeah, proud of him.
Well, the dexterity of both guys, at least with their jab, is still there to a degree. But it looks to me like Donovan is a little bit quicker on that.
Yeah, he is. He's more accurate. It is a great matchup because generally guys that are 80 kilos like these boys are, ooh, big right hand there.
Big right hand from Jake Donovan again. And Ali, a little bit wobbled from that contact, but seems to be okay thus far.
Yeah, sure, he survived it. I was just about to say, boys at 80 kilos are sort of 6 foot, 6'2", and these are both shorter guys, so they're well matched. But yeah, he took a big shot there, but he's still going. He's still got some to give back. Go on, Shaz, lad.
And some elusive footwork here from Donovan on the back foot. Nice. Lateral footwork, cutting some angles. I feel this was a competitive fight, but probably a Jake Donovan fight.
Yeah, agreed with you there. How could I not agree with you there? He was clean, he was crisp. He's clearly the better boxer. But yeah, Shaz, he did, he ends promotions proud there. Pushed forward right to the end and landed a few good shots of his own. Tristan won't be disappointed.
And the replay on the showboat there a moment ago, a nice little salute there from Jake Donovan, courtesy of EcoSmart UK.
Yeah, a couple of great shots there by Shazib. A nice overhand right and a nice left hook as well. And I think Jake decided that he was going to pull back on that one there because he knew Shazib was still dangerous. But like I said earlier, anybody who's training with Rico, that's a quality right hand, that, wasn't it?
Ladies and gentlemen, as we move to your judges' scorecards, we have a unanimous decision. And your winner, in the right corner, Jake the Basset Law Bomber Donovan.
Let's see how this goes.
The tail of the tape is brought to you by Continental Gold. England taking on England Powerhouse, taking on S18 MMA. Height and reach in favor of Jay Lamb, but he's the older man. Will that count for anything? We're going to find out momentarily. And this is Caged Steel, K1 rules kickboxing, and it's in a cage. Super middleweights, 88.5 kilos.
Super middleweights used to be 75 kilos.
The game has changed, my friend. Jay Lamb and Jacob Wright. Lamb in the blue corner with the red gloves, red tape, and black gloves for Wright.
Exchanging low kicks there. And letting the buffer and letting the hands go. Good left.
Good check there from Wright. Jay Lamb. Showing hands, eating a 3-2. Going to the body, going upstairs is Jacob Wright. Coverage from Jay Lamb. We wanted to let this knockout open up and be a little bit patient in this contest, but that might have been a little bit patient. Too patient.
Yeah, it looked like he had an opportunity there. Cautiously, stepping forward, putting the pressure on his man.
Solid low kick there lands for Jay Lamb.
But he's definitely on the back foot.
Yeah, there's been zero hesitation so far from Jacob Wright. And that'll do it. The fight clock not correct there, but we did have actually 2 minutes on the clock. This is a 3 2-minute round contest. Interesting fight. I think a little bit surprising to see Jay tentative.
Yeah, he really got caught earlier on with a couple of clean shots there by Jacob Wright, and I think it shocked him. because being the bigger guy, taller, longer reach, he had all the tools in his shed to have the job, and I think he's been surprised there by Jacob Bright.
Well, there is the old saying in the fight sport world, and indeed the world, I think more broadly, you never want to judge a book by the cover. And Jacob Bright, I think, was a little bit surprising for Jay Lamb.
Yeah, he was. Let's see how he changes it in this round.
And what are you looking to do if you have those physical advantages on a guy? Is it like straight punches and just distance management immediately? Like you need to assert yourself there, correct?
You just got to check his shape. If he squares up, fire to the front, fire the stopping techniques. If he turns sideways, you keep the long kicks going.
You mean like blades and stance, right?
Yep, that's it, yeah. Keep adapting. But it's going to be interesting to see what he does. He came out like he was going to start off the first round in charge, but...
Well, the numbers briefly there, brought to you by Continental Gold. Those are the preliminary fight stats, powered by Fight Geek. 10-9 up on this scorecard here for Jacob Bright.
Yep, I'm with you on that one. So it looks like Jay Lamb's going to come out and start to put he's using the long jab. He's waiting until Jacob Bright gets closer, and he's firing the long jab out. He keeps working away on that leg kick. Getting caught again though, his chin is way up in the air.
Inside work here.
Yep, the shorter man blitzes in.
Jacob Bright looking very, very good. Jay Lamb just looks maybe a little bit slow, a little off target. And it's also, I think, to do with the rhythm and the timing. Like sometimes Jacob Bright is just hanging about, and sometimes he finds his way inside, and it's blitzkrieg. Yeah.
If you ever watch the Barry Robinson guy who does the footwork drills, he says how you can pick up on these rhythms. 3, 1, 2, 3, attack, 1, 2, 3. And if you break them, if you break a fighter's rhythm, you can find your openings.
Well, looking to break the rhythm right now is Jacob Bright. Very good work there, though, from Jay Lamb. Jay was able to find a home for the right, but then Wright just inside. I said right 2 different ways. I meant R, right, and then W, right?
W-R-I-G-H-T. Yeah. Which who goes first? There, always first, always initiating. Fake first. Nice uppercut. That's found a home.
A nice connection there. Jacob Bright, pinpoint accuracy with that uppercut and the left hook. Jay Lamb is absolutely in some uncertain times here. He was wobbled from those punches. Very, very clean work so far from Jacob Bright. Beautiful round. Yep. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful round.
Both rounds for me from Jacob Bright there. The cleaner shots, and I'd say the more effective shots. Let's see what James Power can say to Jay Lamb now to change things around and maybe get a knockout in the third.
And taking a look at the replay here, brought to you by Continental Gold. Paul, talk the talk.
Well, yeah, he just goes first. He's up on his back heel. He's got his weight loaded up there. He's springing forward. The smaller man has to get into the pocket, and again, watch him fill the gap. There, little feint, and boom, he's firing off again. Yeah, I like his style. Yeah, it's nice. And that was a big right hand he took there, stunned him.
Here are the numbers. These are preliminary fight stats powered by Fight Geek, and the numbers rather unanimously in favor of Jacob Bright.
Yep, that's what it shows.
Leif is ready for round 3.
It's all on this.
Jacob Bright and Jay Lamb are ready for round 3. Wright with the red tape and the black gloves. Lamb, blue tape, red gloves. Eats another punch. Again, just finding the chin and waiting to when he needs to throw. And a lot of times Lamb was actually leading, and then Wright just counters him. It's amazing.
Yeah, caught him on the way in with that one. That's very like McGuire Aldo with the feint hook. Both boys going for it in the center of the cage now. Oh, there's a big right again from Jake Wright.
And part of it is that Lamb is a little bit exposed when he throws, and the head is right there.
He's bolt upright.
Yep. Well, Jacob Wright, just an absolute masterclass so far in patience and aggression and really the art of war, for lack of a better terminology.
Yeah, the taller man looks like he's set up his stance to fire out all the long shots, but he's not getting them off in time. Head pop back again there by Jake Wright, and again. See, he's leaning out, is Jay Lamb. He's keeping his back dead straight, but he's leaning his chin away to evade the shots instead of tightening it up so that he can counter quicker. That's a nice kick.
Yeah, the kick is very, very solid. I mean, that low kick is a nice chop, but for me, the boxing of Jacob Wright has been one of the biggest differences, the head movement, the ability to find head space and avoid contact from Lamb.
The variety of techniques as well that he's throwing is, that's another 2 beautiful shots that. Yeah, he's going out for a big finish.
Jacob Wright with the left and the right has just looked sublime. It's been such a smooth performance, and it was something where, despite being at a deficit early, I feel like Jay Lamb was just never able to catch up.
No, he wasn't able to get back into it. He couldn't adapt his style to cope with Jake Wright.
Continental Gold bringing you the replay here again, Paul.
Yeah, he again, look at the tight, high hands as he comes in. He does a little feint, a little check, and there's 2 good shots landed. Over the top and round the corner with the right and left hook. He shot well to the body as well. Patient, full step back instead of a double movement on his evasion there from Jake Wright. That shows his experience. That's nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we move to the judges' scorecards, we have a unanimous decision with your winner in the right corner, Jacob Wright.
Tail of the tape, and this one brought to you by Enigma Haynes Promotions, taking on the ABA Club. Nearly identical in height and reach. The youth on the side of Ben Finlay.
Yeah, my man looks real confidence over there. Ben's gone in early with a body jab. But Ryan Bullman, yeah, he's tidy. Quick jab. Nice fast feet. Swiping hook. Ben needs to keep their hands up.
Well, yeah. Ben Finlay, you mentioned, has had this incredible life-changing journey of losing more than 20 kilograms. And that path has led him to a boxing fights.
Yeah, he covers and counters really well, does Ben. Just when you think he's at his most vulnerable, he comes rolling out of there with lovely hook punches.
Absolutely, Finlay kind of leaning into those combinations and offering a target, but not offering an actual one to be found as he moves and rolls in the pocket, like you said. Good coverage there. Ryan Bullman unloading there. Couple of hooks. Oh, clean hook. Both guys landing a left hook there. Finlay searching for an uppercut, can't quite find it. Bullman backs off.
Oh, nice slip by Ben Finlay there.
It's a cliche, but it's been a fight in a phone booth so far.
Yeah, it has, yeah. Neither guy's given up an inch of ground. A little bit of a push there, the referee's not happy with that. Awkward customer. He took a big right hand there as Ben Finlay.
Andy Nichols gives the count. Finlay goes down. Ryan Bullman, 10-8 round.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Ben looked like he recovered really quickly from that. I don't know if he was saying that to the referee that might have been a slip, but it looked like a ooh, he's come back with the left hook though.
The Lion unloading with a right. Digging to the body. It looks like Finlay might be hurt here. There are seconds left. Couple of punches after the bell. Tough to say whether or not Finlay heard the bell, but either way.
I think Ben's used to a bell.
A horn.
And not a horn.
We'll
so
call
that's
it a
why
horn.
he carried on, yeah.
Good point. It's been a long night.
Yeah, he looked a bit dazed though, I must say. Did that right hand hit him flush when he got the count?
Yeah, tough to say. Taking a look at it here, Finlay actually might have been grazed by that. Let's take a look at it. Yep. Oh no, that was actually
This
when
is
they
the
both landed
one.
hooks. Yeah.
Right.
He almost ran straight into it, didn't he?
Connected, yeah, big.
There are the numbers brought to you by our sponsor, Enigma. These are the preliminary fight stats powered by Fight Geek.
Boom. That's got Ben Finlay looking real good, apart from the fact that he took an 8 count.
And he was.
Yeah. Let's see what he can do in this round.
Well, Ryan Bullman up 10-8. No matter what you think, it's the numbers that counts. Thanks to Enigma, our sponsor, for those numbers and the replay a moment ago. It's the final fight of the night here at Cage Steel 31, and it's Bullman versus Finlay.
Yeah, it's been a great night as well. Everything that Cage Steel have put on has been fantastic. The production's been great. It's been great working with you, sir. I've really enjoyed it. It's a bit out of my wheelhouse, but
we had fun. Bullman just committing to those punches and just giving everything he has. Ben Finlay.
He's still in there.
He's in there.
He's still pressing forward. He's got to go off first, though, and not get caught. There does seem to be more of a height advantage than the stats initially showed. But Ben's closing the gap. There's not a lot in the punches now, Ben. Come on, lad. Nice right hand. Biting down on that mouth guard now. The jab's working really well for him.
Bullman on the inside, posts up with the left. Finlay backs off, resets. 1-2 from Finlay. Both guys just swinging for the fences right now, and not the level of accuracy maybe we saw in the first. That was a nice popping jab there, though, from Finlay.
Yeah, that was nice. He threw a good 6 or 7 shot combination there, and some of them are in the arms, but some of them are getting through.
Oh,
go on, Ben.
He got hit with a right. Finlay turned away, and Bullman found the bullseye. Bullman's a powerhouse, man.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? I think he's more natural for that weight. Yeah, he's pushing through Ben now.
And you say that, I mean, Finlay was the guy who actually dropped 20 kilos to get to this, but a grimace on his face suggests that some of these are causing some absolutely physical damage. Finlay looking tired, worn out, and Bullman has been the bull in the cage tonight.
Yeah, sure. I think Ben would, I hope he wouldn't mind me saying it, but I think he's probably, for that height, he probably should be around 75 kilos, something like that. And not the 80 that he's fighting at. Our man Ryan Bullman carries that 80 kilos well, doesn't he? Big in the shoulders. There's a good combination, a nice right uppercut from Ben. And again, Tristan Haynes in his corner there from Haynes Promotions. He won't be upset because this is all experience that the boys are getting.
And Finlay has shown that he can move, he can hang. I mean, he showed some really good technique, but there you could just see the look on his face as he ate 2 or 3 good body punches, clean to the midsection. But this is what I'm talking about. The guy can box, but he's taken a rather good deal of damage in this fight.
He has. It's not over yet, though. Again, more shots attempted, more shots landed, apart from the power department down there.
Those are the numbers, and they're powered by Fight Geek. They're only preliminary numbers. You can check out Cage Steel for more data after the fight. Thank you to our sponsor, Enigma.
Great work on the jab again by Ben Finlay. Nice uppercut hook combination. He's going for it now.
Can Finlay come back into this fight? I've got him down in this contest. Undoubtedly the first round, a 10-8. And Bullman turning on the power again, chucking some gasoline on the fire. Only 90 seconds to go.
He's got clipped though. Ben Finlay just landed a really good punch there, and Ryan Fullman's covering up. Ben Finlay looking to go for the body again, and Bullman moves backwards again. Nice straight to the body.
Finlay doing some work on the inside here, has shown he has zero quit. No desire to back down. And so it would be difficult to question the heart, grit, and determination of Ben Finlay in this contest. But Ryan Bullman has shown the propensity to find the sweet spot more than once to the body and to the chin. That being said, Finlay is still in this game.
I think he hits hard, Ryan Bullman, but I think the better boxer of the two is definitely Ben Finlay. Look at the slips there. He still looks solid on his feet.
Despite taking some damage.
Absolutely, yeah. He's working the hardest in the back end of the round. Again, it's been a real good experience for Ben Finlay being out here. Nice work.
Right lands there for Finlay.
It's consolation for Ben, I think, to win this third round.
I agree. Especially after some punishing connections that would have stopped some lesser fighters.
Yeah.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
That's a good fight.
We go the full 3 rounds here. The 18th fight of the evening. And it was 6 minutes of action in the pocket. Neither fighter looking to play off the fence for what would have been the ropes. That's cage boxing for you, and it's Finlay versus Bullman. Let's take a look at some of the action powered by our sponsor for this one, Enigma.
Yeah, again, you had Bullman was holding his ground and then launching into big shots, whereas Ben Finlay was putting the uppercut and hook combinations together. I'm really impressed by that third round there, like you say. He took some real damage in 1 and 2. He took the 8 count in the first round, but yeah, came back really well.
Well, I've got that. A win for Bullman, but a moral victory for Finlay.
I'm with you there, yeah, definitely. But yeah, he did. He came back real strong. And like I say, a guy who's on a journey like this, there's no obstacles for him. There are no losses. It's just learning. Still young. Where's my sandwich?
Here's Gary Patterson.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 hard-fought rounds, we have a unanimous decision. And your winner, in the right corner, Ryan Lionheart Bullman.
And as predicted, the Lion victorious. Welcome back to Cage Steel post-event here. Cage Steel 31 is in the books with the Cage Steel boss, Dom Gibbs. Thank you so much for joining us on the pay-per-view on Joymo.tv. We hope you've enjoyed the action as much as we have. Dom, it's been emotional.
Yes. I can hardly talk.
So listen, a lot of international fights, a lot of local fighters, a lot of debutants. I think Cage Steel, it's safe to say, is trying to really take fighters with that next step forward, really as a whole community.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, we're looking at all aspects from, like you say, debutants, international stars, yeah, everything in between.
And all the social media, right? I mean, you guys are one of the few promotions, I think, going around the UK, going into gyms, you know, getting to know these fighters, their coaches, and giving them a chance in the limelight, even making their debut. Yeah,
as I spoke to a lot of fighters backstage, we want to kind of highlight, promote the fighter, but we also want to, my belief is that the hardest belt to get in martial arts is the white, because it's getting in that gym. So we want to go in that gym, show them what's inside first, and, you know, hopefully they fill the gyms up, and a floating tide, a rising tide floats all ships. That's how my brain's gone.
All good. Listen, you know, a momentous achievement tonight, the High Sheriff Award.
Yeah, that's, you know, one of the highlights of the night for us. High Sheriff giving us an award for the charity stuff that we're doing. Yeah, really good.
Hard work?
Today? This show's been tough, yeah. Yeah, it's been hard, but we're here, so, you know, it's over.
It's the Budo spirit, right?
Yeah, man.
It's worth it. Listen, Cage Steel, we appreciate your support. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn, I think. Dom, are you on LinkedIn?
Yeah, LinkedIn, yeah.
I'm on LinkedIn too, right?
Yeah.
Listen, for all of us here and our entire crew at Cage Steel, we appreciate the support. We couldn't do it without you guys watching. So make sure to let us know what you guys think about tonight's action. #CageSteel30. And for that, it's good night from Doncaster, Dom.
Good night. Thank you.